Welcome back to the watch. Look who we are. We're here, we're there, I don't know what's going on, but it's the Crusade! It's time to, I need a sword. Hang on.
Hey now.
Yeah, I got one. So, these are my
I also have
ones.
one. It's not as nice as yours, but I got.
This should be a tradition.
Is this
We
my?
need we need swords. Go. Say it, Royce. You can get it out. I believe in you.
Hi, it's
Hi.
not my stream, and I don't have to moderate this. This is amazing.
Isn't it great? I know. That's what I love about FNC. I can just rock up and hang out with some mates. But
It's so good.
here I gotta do it. But this should be a tradition. We should all have swords when we're doing the Crusade stream. Oh,
always
good.
have a sword at the
Finally.
ready. That's my motto.
Lit Dev.
Oh,
I'm glad you made it, man.
Oh my god, I haven't seen that guy in a hot minute.
Yeah,
Come on.
You should see Lit Dev's sword. It's enormous.
Massive. Lit Dev, do you have a massive sword? We just need.
I have quite a few of them actually.
That's a
good. Good. Even though you can't see it, everyone know that Lit Dev has many swords. I'm getting another one.
Is that a euphemism? Like, what are we going on about here?
This
Get
one is
your head
actually.
out of the gutter.
This one's really cool. It's like, check it out. This is a big boy. Whoa. It's another lap one. I got real ones as well, but I had to take all the lap ones because I out of the shelves because I was looking for stuff. So, that's cool. That's
That's
is that?
It's Robert's.
Yeah. I was like, is that from the lithograph?
Wait a second. Speaking of Robert's hammer,
Speaking of Robert's hammer, do you have something to share, Mike?
I do have something to share.
Look at this. Look at that.
For those
that's
who
dope.
might recognize that is actually the very first and I think only official lithograph from A Song of Ice and Fire, like ever. And I'm the artist of it, and I licensed it from George back in 2003. And I still have some because I haven't been selling these for like for 20 years. So I still have some of these, and you can get them at my website, mikesmillerart.com. And yeah, it's Robert's. Obviously, when they went, this is long before HBO. So when they went to HBO and they like started making stuff, it's like it's not the same. So
yeah. Have you dropped a link in the description if people are interested?
let me do that.
In the chat. I mean,
I know.
smiller.com.
Hey, I'm
What?
a bit scatterbrained.
Oh.
I'm feeling a bit underslept. So
You
this
too?
is going to
Hey.
be.
Well,
Yeah.
you also have children, I see.
I know, and so this might be a bit of a retarded stream, but hey, those are the fun ones. I haven't even tweeted this out. What should I say? I'm live.
Wait, I
Well,
tweeted this out before the host did? Just
Yeah, I
share
know.
my tweet,
I
Chad.
know.
Just share my tweet. It'll
I'm
get me some clout on Twitter.
Live,
There you go.
but I'm live on the internet now with other fellow retards.
Let's go.
Come and join.
Join.
Game. Join. No, I can't spell. There.
Dude, it's better than me. I get so much crap because every tweet I send out, I speak it into my phone, and whatever my phone does, I hit send, and people are like, Royce. They're like, why aren't you? It is well known in my community. Whatever that thing says, I just hit send, and people are like, dude, do you know how to spell? Like, I speak it into my phone. It must be true. It's just, they're like, Royce, stop doing voice to text. I'm like, I don't have time for that. I got other things that I'm doing.
Exactly. Why do something if you can have technology do it for you? Am I right, Royce?
No.
yeah,
That's definitely not going to lead to the apocalypse. That is such a perfectly
Okay, Mr.
fine-
AI art.
But I know, right? Oh, hey! I have to lie.
I'm just talking about voice to text. You're talking about All kinds of other stuff. Hi.
Shots fired.
Well, you got us on this subject, man. We're
Shit.
going down, and I know we look.
Language.
There's subjects we'll get to. We want to talk about the gaming, the games, and the what.
Oh, I thought you were
the
going to say the
games.
gays. I was like, wow, he's really going hard on this one.
I know. Look, I'm tired. Okay, and when I'm tired, my retardation goes pretty far. So
When
I
Shad is
hope
tired, he goes full retard on the gays.
I really do. I hope we don't get cancelled. But Mike, that is an awesome piece of art. That's going to be a collector's item.
Thank you
Grab
very
it,
much.
people,
Dude,
especially
dude,
with
it-
the Hedge
to my
Knight
3P.
coming out. The Hedge
Oh, yeah.
Knight coming out as a live action. So people grab that if you want a cool collector piece and just a cool piece of art. But Royce brought up AI stuff. Okay, so here's the thing.
I feel like I was baited into this.
Yeah, it's
I feel
your
like
fault.
Shad's like a mastermind of like YouTube, and he's like, I know how to get my guests to talk about what I want them to.
I'm
and
pretty
Royce
good
is-
at pretty good at debates
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Oh.
Okay,
Hey,
so
look, beer.
yeah. All right. What was I saying? I forgot. Now I
Should we
remember.
introduce people?
The gays. You were talking about the gay.
Speaking of Royce,
Fair play. Fair play.
introduce
Fair
each
play.
other. Lit Dev, you're awesome. You're like the only non-retarded person here.
Thank you very much, Shad. Appreciate it.
I don't
Is that all you
feel
have to do? Is
retarded.
just be quiet during the intro, and you're not.
That's
retarded?
how you
God,
know
I
you
gotta
are,
learn.
Mike. If you can't tell, that's a sign.
Lit Dev, can you teach me your ways, please?
Takes many, many years.
Oh,
Twitter.
I ain't got many years, dude.
Many years of Twitter and dealing
Oh.
with psychopaths on there. And learning how to endure the relentless nonsense.
You got many
Can
more
you
years
just
than I
can
do.
somebody just make a
young man.
comment of Lit Dev fighting like the culture wars in a comic book form? It's got to be just like epic, and it's just like Lit Dev with a sword, and just like every scene is just him just cutting down in the hellfire that is Twitter. That would be a great parody comic.
Twitter's my Valhalla.
Twitter's my Valhalla. Wait, so you're dead already? What the hell? When did you die?
Well, I don't have to die. It's kind of the benefits of being a devil. I don't actually have to die. I just get a free
Oh.
key to it.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
And just fight all
what's the-
day.
What's the opposite of a fallen angel for it? Because Lit Dev, he calls himself a devil, but he believes in like traditional values and heroism and all these good things, and so he's like a redeemed devil. What's the is that the term?
Well, I mean, the thing is, it's like with the acolyte, right? The evil is good and good is dumb. So that's why literature devil, because the good is dumb in the eyes of modern day culture.
Oh God, yeah.
Good is evil, evil is good, freedom is slavery.
I mean, oh, look, this is prophesied. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. I mean, we are in those times right now, and I'm sure we're going to get many an example of that as we talk about the craziness that is happening in the world. Gentlemen, you might have noticed that we are streaming on a different day than we usually stream.
I did notice.
And you're all great to be able to come on. It actually works better for Royce.
Oh, dude, way better for me.
So the reason is Rings of Power is releasing tomorrow. Oh boy!
I'm sorry.
Yeah, right. That's like my condolences.
Oh yes.
Just
And if Lit Dev is available, maybe he might be joining me in my reviews. We'll see.
It's quite possible.
quite possible.
you guys still watch that hot garbage?
Yeah, it's the burden that we bear as reviewers and fighters in this culture war. It's
we
why
already
we're on
paid the price.
Crusade. It's why we
paid.
stay on watch.
I-
Sorry, what Lit Dev?
Look, we paid the price. We watched everything we love die and get destroyed by stupidness. It can't hurt us anymore. We are risen again. Just pure, clean, untouched. We saw Ben Kenobi die. We saw all of our Obi-Wan Kenobis die. Nothing can hurt us anymore. We might as well wade into this hell and reap rewards. You know what I mean?
This is a really good point.
Wait, how
because
far back you going? Because like Ben Kenobi died like 50 years ago.
Well, our mentors die. Like,
Oh.
all
They
the
dug
things
up
we
his
used to love,
corpse and then
you're
killed
talking,
him. And,
okay, metaphorically.
and
And I was
then-
like, wait a
then-
minute.
metaphorical Obi-Wan
I was
Kenobi.
like, wait, did Litdev just say A New Hope was the death of culture? What the fuck?
no, you're just being retarded. So
Yeah.
like proving everything that I've been saying, which is
I,
great.
I would
That's why
point
we do
out
it.
that this
You
this is
invited me here. You sent me the link. What the hell else
I
am
know
I supposed to do?
because it
your
makes
fault,
I
Shad.
need a mute button for Royce because he doesn't.
I don't,
shut
Royce. You know why
You
you're here,
have
Royce.
one.
Royce, you make everyone else look so much smarter. We love you for it.
Oh, I know.
What was I gonna say? I'm so tired. Great point that LitDev made about like they've ruined everything. I've already taken the dagger to the heart, right? And now I'm beyond feeling. And it's like, you can't hurt me anymore. I'm going to watch it all and call them out on their bullcrap. But there's usually one that is the kind of death strike for your last vestige of hope that maybe they will leave alone all the things you love. But then there's the bridge too far, the one that does it for you. And then you're like, all right, it's all over. Screw it. Keep going. Burn it all down. You get what you deserve. Disney, just double down. What was it for you? For me, I think it was Wheel of Time, a live action adaptation. That was the death strike for my hope in all of that.
Oh, as far
What
as
about you
pop
guys?
culture is concerned.
Yeah,
So
what
not
was the
just-
thing?
so-
What was the
So
modern
no, you're just
adaptation?
talking about like overall like Western pop culture, not just like a specific IP.
No, I speak like, was there a specific kind of subversion from the culture war woke infestation thing that killed your hope that they might be able to turn the ship around, or killed your like where it hurt so much it can't hurt you anymore kind of thing?
So
What
for
was it
me, it was but like, and I talked about it last week. It was literally I jumped out of Star Wars before any of the Disney movies took over because Kathleen Kennedy sat up there in an interview and lied about not having any comics or any books or anything like that. Like that genuinely, I was like, wait a minute, but like, what about the Heirs to the Force series? What about like the Knights of the Old Republic? What about all this other Star Wars property that's out there that I love? And they go, and she sat up there and lied about it 3 months after they canceled the extended universe. Now they're trying to cherry pick some of that stuff and it's not working well. That legitimately for me was that was the thing that I was like, I can't deal with a company who's just going to get out there and just straight up lie to me and tell me we don't have any books or comics. That for Star Wars, that was I'm like, no, if you're going to bullface lie to me like that and know that you are, and people called them out on that during that time. I was like, if you're just going to bullface lie to me, I don't need to be a part of it. Now, here's the weird part is I went through like the 7 stages of grief. It was like, I was like kind of living vicariously. Like I wanted somebody to give me something to run back to Star Wars. And it just kept getting worse and worse and worse and just kept plummeting. And it really wasn't until Mahler started doing or he became widely known and everybody was like, oh my gosh, like this guy's really breaking down these movies and like kind of tearing them to shreds. It really wasn't until that when I kind of got the closure. It was like, oh, hey, turns out I was right. And then I kind of had I was like, oh crap, I was right. That's that. So it was, I guess it was a long process for me. I guess. Right. So yeah, long story short, Mahler reviews, but the first one is if a company is going to bullface lie to me like that, I don't need to deal with them.
Honestly, they killed Star Wars with the prequels. I don't know why this is even Kathleen Kennedy. The Star Wars was a corpse long before Kathleen Kennedy came around.
There's some redeeming things about the prequels that really truly started to go under with Disney.
I think
if you like edit through all of the crap, you can pick out.
Well,
that's not what you go to.
But it's widely known that the only reason
that
the original movies were any good is because of the editing.
Before we get off on that tangent, Mike, was there a thing that kind of hurt you the most with these adaptations? And hail,
I just think it's this overall cultural Marxist milieu we live in now, where they in the old country they would literally tear down statues. They would literally tear down heroes because that's what they want to do in cultural Marxism, is take away your heroes, the characters in your life and in your lore and in your history. that you're supposed to try to live up to or use for inspiration, they want to tear all that down, and they're doing it so meticulously through every character that
Oh yeah,
we grew up with, right? It's like it's just all over the place.
You're
the
right about
time,
it, but yeah.
and
I
it's
mean,
meticulous.
if it's a classic masculine hero, especially if he is white and straight and all that, they will absolutely just want to
Yeah,
make
but
a
it's with a
mockery
purpose.
of him,
It's not just
denigrate him.
them hating straight white men. This is a purpose. They're trying to tear down our culture.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, no,
And one of the ways that they do that is by emasculating the idea of masculinity and
heroes.
yeah.
You
And
can't
so we have a
heroes.
super chat
Your
from Mind
heroes
Games
have to be
$5.
the new heroes.
Absolutely. And Mind Games $5. No, is that euro or pounds? I think it's
Euro.
Symbols. Euro. The Star Wars Last Jedi was a breaking
to
point
me,
for me.
and I'm American, so I
He's
don't.
trying to read.
I'm trying to read, Royce, and you wonder why I cut you off. So, all right, I'm wondering.
Sorry.
We might address it later. I remember coming out of the movies dazed and contemplating the futility of life.
Oh no.
Oh, wow. All right. That hit you hard. Dev, was there one thing for you that was it?
Specifically, no. It was the deluge of stuff that they were ruining. It's just one way after another. It's just kind of like 10,000 blows to the face. Like this, there's no low they will not sing to. There's nothing sacred in their eyes that they will not ruin. I guess technically it was Lord of the Rings, even though I'm not the biggest Lord of the Rings fan. I love Lord of the Rings, the movies, but I didn't read the Lord of the Rings. I read The Hobbit, but I didn't read the Lord of the Rings all the way through. I'm not a Tolkien scholar by any means, but that I know that to be one of the cornerstone series of Western literature. It's one of the biggest ones, and they ruined it with their nonsense. If they can ruin that as something as sacred as that, something as grand as that, as something so great as Tolkien's masterpiece, then there's just nothing. There's no low they won't stoop to. So it's that combined with Star Wars, combined with all of these franchises that they corrupted. It's like I think that was the final straw. It's just there's no low. So I think it's like the whole deluge of things they have ruined that got me to go, all right, well, there's no stopping it. They can't hurt me anymore. I don't care. I have reached pure apathy. And once you reach the stage of pure apathy, bring it on. I hope you don't stop anymore. Just in fact, put more money in Disney Star Wars. Give Kathleen Kennedy the immortal pill. I want her to stay in charge forever.
I already have.
Keep pumping out that nonsense. You can't hurt me anymore. All right. All you can do now is give me stuff to laugh at and to mock and to ridicule and tear you down emotionally with.
We are a creation of their own making. We're the fans that have just said enough is enough. Fine, you want to make this crap, burn it all down. For me, we have the original stuff. We have classic original Lord of the Rings. We have the Jackson trilogy as well. We've got the original trilogy for Star Wars, and we've got literally a lifetime's worth of top tier media, and we don't need any of this crap. I'm just letting my kids watch the great stuff, and as a result, oh boy, some of these shows, they're just burning down. They are dying in terms of viewership because people are checking out and they're realizing we don't need them. And one of the more satisfying ones recently is what's happening in the gaming industry. This is the subject of the stream today, gentlemen. 2 games have come out recently that are bombing so particularly beautifully. And Mike, you know a bit about this because you've been covering it on your channel, haven't you?
Yeah, I have Concord and gosh dang it, what's the name of the other one?
Dustborn.
Stillborn, I call it.
Dustborn is particular. Oh my god.
Hey, Royce, can you read out this super chat for us?
Why are you trying to make fun of?
Because it seems like it's like because I'm cutting you off, right? And I figure it'll soften the blow if I cut you off to get to continue talking because look, I love talking. We know we all love talking here, but now you get to keep talking, and so that should soften the blow that I cut you off. Do you feel better now?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because my wife told me that I'm supposed to be good, and I'm not apparently being good.
You're being all right. No, you're being good.
Be better.
Royce,
am I reading the super chat?
Go crack a Bud Light, man.
Yes, read the super chat, Royce. I believe in you. You can do it.
Be better.
From Alexander Cross for $2. Remain indifferent longer than they remain solvent.
There's a
Yeah, the
strategy
problem with
right
that
there.
is they'll never go insolvent. Disney, BlackRock, these guys will never run out of money.
I don't
I-
know.
I mean-
I could remain indifferent for a really long time.
Yeah, like that's a rabbit hole to try and figure out. Honestly, holy crap! We just got a $200 super chat for Kickerman, you madman! And Royce, because we know you love Kickerman, you can read this one too.
Okay. I was going to say, he's one of my boys.
Yeah, I know he's one of you.
All right. Kikomon for $200.
Holy crap!
God!
That's amazing,
Ah!
dude! Legend.
Holy shit. Kikomon. God. Holy shit. What are the odds? Randomly had time and saw this stream. Show me, show you. Kikomon. Didn't expect to see you all on one stream. You do you, boo, Royce. Oh, that's some channel lore. Hey, Mark. My Chinese wife asked me to get the game. Probably will buy it and try it next week. ADWC for the win. Thank you so much. Good anime reviews. Yeah, I've been doing those lately. I've been fighting with the
game?
weebs.
Kiko Man, what game are you buying?
I think it's talking about Dustborn.
Black Myth
because-
Wukong. Black Myth
Black Myth
Wukong.
Oh,
Oh,
Wukong.
no, the better one.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
okay.
All right. Yes.
You
that
know,
one you can
it's
get.
on the thumbnail for the live stream that we're on tonight.
Yes, we'll talk about
We-
it because
we-
it's all kind of related. What were you saying, Royce? I cut you off again. You can speak.
No, I was giving.
All right,
Mark
thanks, Royce.
crap.
So, moving.
That is the appropriate way.
I know. Look. You need to keep Royce in check. If people say that I cut him off too much, there's a reason why. Well, we love you, Royce. We love your input.
Dude, no,
Right.
but in
Now,
all
yep.
seriousness,
What?
in all seriousness, I have not been a guest on someone else's channel in a long time. I am so used to running the show and like keeping things going. So cutting me off is a very good thing because I'm like, this isn't my channel. I don't know how to act on someone else's channel.
Do you talk
You're doing
over all
fine.
your guests too?
Yeah, sometimes I do. Sometimes, well, but I also
Most privilege.
there's a purpose behind talking over the guests sometimes.
No, it's fun because I have that issue as well that I can talk over people too much, and so I need people who is willing to battle to be heard, and that's what I love about FNT because it is a battle to sometimes get your moment to say something because we all have opinions that we want to share, and then it just becomes fun because the audience gets an uninterrupted flow of wisdom. That's definitely.
I've watched
Definitely.
that show for years, and I don't know what wisdom you're talking about.
We're very wise people. This is why people come and watch us. The wisdom, clearly.
Ryan Kinnell,
not,
the
not
wisest
the
of them all.
retards. Not that they
Ryan-
like to laugh.
Ryan's
at
the
us.
wisest of them all. That guy has.
Well,
to
actually,
shit.
we have a clip from Ryan to share today if
Oh.
we get to. Hey, Buddy Rabbit for $2 says we're reaching as levels of unrepentant cutoffs. I know this is great. Don't you feel the energy? The energy?
I instantly thought of the shorts. I was like,
Wait, do
Come
I
on.
get to
Oh,
be the
right.
as of the stream? No,
Maybe.
I'm not that cool. I'm not that cool.
Yeah.
I'm
you
also
need to
not
be
well,
like
do a
British
pronouns
or-
rant. See if it's
No,
any good.
you don't want me to go on a rant. No.
I want to see that now. Can you like properly rant, Royce? Like angry
Yeah.
rant,
Yes.
loud rant?
Yes.
I'm someone
Well,
else's
you're a
channel.
father, so
I've
you know,
legitimately blown out my voice off of live streams the next day because of my chat eggs me on to rant. They're like, Royce, come on. And I'm like, no, to the point where some of the people that I'm interviewing.
All right, Royce,
about
you're
their
starting to
projects-
rant again.
Yeah.
Thanks. Well, don't worry. There's a time when you will be let off the leash. But I need this is I need to wrangle everyone back on topic. Do you remember the topic we were going to start to kind of discuss?
Yeah, we were going to talk about
we're gonna talk
Dustborn
about
and
video
Concord
games
and
like
how they're
Dustborn
absolutely terrible and
Exactly.
didn't do anything good.
But the thing is that will interrupt everyone. Is a super chat from Ruby Rabbit for $2. You can get the as of the joke, Royce. You can be G the B. I think that's B.
Okay.
And then we also have Reptile 09499 says, Saying all art is political is like saying everything has a taste. Technically true, but doesn't mean you should put everything in your mouth. That's a topic that I'm interested in discuss. Maybe we'll do a topical discussion on the idea of everything being political, because everything can be perceived through a political lens and interpretation. I agree with that. Doesn't mean everything should be. A kick about $5 says Tokyo Revenge was good, Royce, wasn't it? Rant away. Shut up, Royce. We're not going there. Look, we saw the bait, Kickerman. Look at Royce. Is wanting to. We'll hold that in reserve if we need Royce to rant. Look at him.
It's trash.
I think it was awesome.
No.
So Disney running out of money. That was an interesting topic because, like, they're clearly feeling the sting. There's a reason why they canceled The Acolyte, right? And so they're feeling the pinch these days. Will they ever go under? Probably not, because money and the whole, like, investment world and the system of banking that we have, it's all built on a fiction. And I'm not actually kidding. They're called legal fictions. Have you heard the term legal fiction in terms of currency? Yeah, for instance, fiat currency doesn't exist, but we pretend it does because it's useful.
And we kill each other over it. Yeah.
And we kill each other over it. So there are many things called legal fictions where we create something that isn't actually true, but we pretend it because it's used. For instance, the fact that corporations, companies, when you register a company or anything like that, it's considered an individual. And it's actually considered a person under the law. This is why it can hold, own property, why you can take it to court and all those things like that. And so it's not a real person, but we kind of treat it like it is. And that is a construct that not only do we all agree and go along with, but it's written into the law. And so legal fictions are an interesting concept that makes me a little nervous because it feels like so much of our world and society is built on a lie. And things that are built on something that isn't necessarily true.
I'm so freaking black-pilled on so much stuff. It's crazy.
Man. Crimson Law for $20 says, don't let him fool you. Royce loves Tokyo Revengers just as much as I do. It is one of the anime of all time. All right, I'm like...
You were raging with me!
Crimson, I trust you. You seem like a trustworthy guy. It has nothing to do with the fact that you paid me money.
I will pull up DMs.
It certainly is one of the anime of all time.
It certainly is one of the anime of all time.
Definitely. That's inarguable.
Because I want to see Disney go under, right? And they're gonna I think if they
Shad, I want them to stay alive forever,
forever,
relentlessly and endlessly without mercy, Shad.
I'm of two minds. I want them to kind of stay the course for the ultimate goal of them going under.
Look, Shad, the devil, it is my instinct to eternally torture evil.
Hey, Seth Whitebeck for $20 says, "How, gents? I was first introduced to Star Wars through the prequels. My friends showed me clips of it so I could do lightsaber battles with context. Also, I often use DVDs, especially from the library, to avoid Disney Plus." That's right. DVDs. I've been rebuilding my collection. You know, a great place to get DVDs is just like secondhand stores. I don't know if you have like
we've got a book off here. It's got a freaking so many DVDs.
Thrift stores, secondhand stores. Yeah, they're great. We've got a local game store that has a lot of secondhand DVDs, games. It's great.
But legitimately, dude, Disney can lose half its audience, and if they're not complete idiots about their budget, they're still going to make.
I mean, are there theme parks? How are the theme parks doing? Do you guys know on the budgets on that?
I think the theme parks are doing fine. My wife wants to freaking take my kids.
They're struggling actually. The theme parks are doing less well. And this is information that I think Ryan Kinnell shares, and also Drunk 3PO and stuff. They follow some of the.
I've seen some videos on Clownfish TV as well. They cover a lot of it. Yeah,
covers it a bit because the Universal theme parks are doing really well. And the Disney ones are starting to struggle, and the parks are kind of what holds up Disney quite a bit in terms of maintaining their cash flow. And so that's hurting them. Alexander Cross, $5. We need to practice believing the little lies so we can believe the big lies. Tao of Pratchett. Terry Pratchett is a like an unrecognized legend and or near genius. His works are pretty top tier. Oh, Mr. Pratchett. Yeah. So then it makes me wonder what would it take to make Disney go under, and not just Disney, like Hollywood generally. I kind of think it needs to be more than failing movies certainly help.
Hey,
but they're becoming more and more redundant. I think it's when they get replaced by people being able to offer the same thing, but for a more affordable price. That's when it's really gonna.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. An eradication of the stock market. I mean, there is so much, dude. When I found out that between Vanguard and BlackRock,
this is why Disney's not going under, because just quote unquote Disney is just a fraction of what Disney owns.
Okay. Well, hang on. Would you consider it?
So
if this
so much, dude, it's
businesses.
so
look
much.
at that, yeah. What if Disney got broken up? Would you consider that death of Disney?
It couldn't get broken up. It's not a monopoly. There's too much competition.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like it's so much, man. When I found out just the investors behind the company had trillions of dollars.
All right, we got a new rule. Whoever's speaking, right, when you see a super chat, you have to pause what you're speaking and then read out the super chat. So you were speaking, then Royce, so you read the super chat.
I feel like all right. Maji Chan for $2 says, "Wow, 2 weeks with both Royce and Chad. Awesome. You're upgraded from Shad to Chad. That's where it's
chopped liver.
Thank you, Maji Chan.
Okay,
dude,
so
it's so big. It is.
And
again,
it is
the
like
money behind it is massive, and it.
Oh, Disney, you mean? Okay.
Yeah.
Disney, but also
You
Hollywood
were saying
in
like,
general.
oh, Shad's Chad now. It's so big, you know.
Oh my god! All right,
I was
you
like,
got me
wait,
there.
Disney's big.
Shit.
Oh, is that a Freudian slip there, Royce?
No, it was not.
It's a Roycean slip.
It's called being a drunk redneck. Have you guys never hung out with any drunk rednecks before? Do you have rednecks in Australia?
Oh, well, we kind of call them bogans, or
That's what Bancroft said.
Yeah, but absolutely, we have like the classic kind of Aussie bogan, archetypal person. I'm like on the line because sometimes I do very rednecky things. I grew up on the country, and so I understand the Australian kind of bogan quite well. But then I don't drink, and so
so
it's
more of the redneck.
Yeah.
You still want to jump a four-wheeler off of a jump that's way too high? Do you still want to do that?
I think it's just a guy thing, not really a redneck thing.
Yeah.
This is true, actually.
Yeah, but if you add alcohol into that, it turns way worse.
Then it becomes a redneck thing.
Yeah, then it becomes a redneck thing.
It's funny, like on
shit,
Shadiversity. Kickerman, holy crap! Royce, you were speaking.
No, you were speaking.
all right. Kick him on for $100. Hey, holy crap. Shad, I've been too busy and wasn't keeping up. Is the Titan Sword ready? Dude, we've got done a video on the Titan Sword. Don't mean to interfere, but we are working on a version 2 of it. But Kiko Song would be awesome. I think Disney will simply change course like Facebook has when it comes to popular opinion and corruption in the Western countries. That's an interesting, like Disney will simply change course. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, man, Disney is the most activist of the activist companies right at the moment. They've been infested with these ideologues, and it goes right to the head. Iger is like full-blown activist, and his line, or is like, we're not doing politics, we're just doing what's right. And he defines what's right as all these political, highly, divisive things, promoting very controversial topics, LGBT topics like that, and transitioning topics.
So much the question, like, why is it right? What makes it right?
I mean,
Iger's
been there for a lot of years, though. I mean, he could be the reason he could be there is because he's a go with the wind type of person.
I don't know, man.
I mean, sad to say, but I mean, I think a lot of these people will absolutely change their beliefs, their principles on a dime, or at least their outward facing ones.
That just means they don't have beliefs or principles.
Well, okay, fine. Then they'll go with the wind. They'll go with the wind to whatever makes them the most profitable. I mean, is that so hard to believe?
No.
Well, because they haven't been going after profit. They've been going after, forced change. They want to change behavior, forced behavior,
Well,
right?
what is
That was the comment from the BlackRock guy.
Well, what does Gary from Nerdrotic always say? Is Hollywood's always what, like 5 years behind?
No, but Hollywood has also always been red as well. Have you seen those videos?
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's a thought. Yeah, yeah, and you
Mhm.
combine that. Yeah, no, you're
Yeah.
true. Yeah, that's right.
And when they say red, meaning communist, like there is a
Yeah,
history
not Republican.
Yeah, not Republican.
I mean, those
Well,
guys are just
I
about
wouldn't say
as
always, but
Yeah. I mean, no. I
Gotcha,
mean,
Mike. You were speaking when it appeared. It's your turn, Mike.
oh, Buddy Rabbit for $5 says, "Look, I'm just upset Splash Mountain is gone. I want my Brer Rabbit representation. Uncle Remus is a 20th century Aesop of the South."
Yeah, that's a tragedy. Like zippity doo dah, zippity.
He wasn't
Oh,
even a
we're gonna get
slave.
struck.
Like he at the end of the movie he was leaving voluntarily, and they were letting him go. So he wasn't actually legitimately a slave, technically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
I never saw
Hey, Mike, what were you saying before? Just because when you'll have to.
I completely.
Well,
forgot.
I've learned to try and segment whenever, like, all right, I'm talking about this super chat, but I'm putting a pin in what I'm talking about, and then we can come back to it.
But you didn't do it for me.
I know you got to train the thing when you're speaking. Always try and keep that pin in there about
the hell kind of mental terrorism did I sign myself up for?
I was just disagreeing with whatever Royce was saying.
That's a good rule of thumb right there.
He said, I disagree with him.
It was something along the Black Rock kind of thing that Hollywood's always had that kind of.
Oh yeah, Hollywood hasn't always been red.
Yeah. There's more nuance to it, but
And
there
McCarthy
has been a
did not
presence there.
Go for
there were factions. Hollywood's always had factions.
There's always been, yeah. But it's like, yeah.
But no, not as a whole. I would say as a whole
But like,
today, yes. But maybe back in the 50s,
John
they were fighting
Wayne
back
wouldn't
and forth.
want to hear you say that.
The thing is, though, Hollywood now seems to be, and it's my turn because I'm speaking when the super chat comes. Alexander Cross $5. Disney and Hollywood, by extension, are an industry composite. For them to die, it's like how shopping malls in the US died. It takes an Amazon level shakeup. And I think that shakeup is actually coming. Believe it or not, I think it's related to not only AI, but streaming. It's a combination where I think streaming is killing the cinemas in a big way. And AI is going to shake up the production mentality in a big way.
I think people movies are so expensive nowadays. I think the ones that are it's going to be like a shift, like from being something that everybody's just in the habit of doing, because nobody just goes to the movie theater anymore and to see what's on, right?
Yep. Well, but
you're
point
like,
of going
is this a movie, Royce? Give me a minute, okay?
All right, go.
It used
9,
to be like that.
8.
I didn't.
Now
do
it's
that.
like,
That was him.
You look at it and it's like, gosh dang it, do I want to go plunk down? I mean, I want to go on and take 2 or 3 kids with me, and it's like, bro, you're talking about $60-$80 just to get in, and then you're like, do I have to pay for popcorn? Do I have to bring stuff? And so it becomes this thing where you become so much pickier about the stuff you're willing to plunk down the money on, because you don't want to just go try it out and see if you like it. It's like, bro, I don't want to go spend $80 on something that sucks. And more often than not, that tends to be the case these days. And that's why I think that, like, in the future and moving forward, as the prices keep going up, it's going to be these little, these like Alamo, what's it called? Alamo something house.
I don't know.
The theaters where, and this is funny because it was an idea I had when I worked in the theater in 1989. There are these theaters where you can go and have dinner at the theater.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Right. So I think like stuff like that where they make, or the ones where you sit in the big lazy boy recliners with everything, right? These ones where they make going to the theater more of an event than it is just, seeing what's on. Maji-chan for $2 says Royce's redneck is showing. Also, he loves the chat.
No, I don't.
No, he doesn't. He said so, Maji. Sorry about that.
No, Mike, you have a very good point. And there is an additional calculus that's added onto it. But Royce was almost going constipated with the desperation to mention something while he was speaking. So I'm going to pass it off to Royce.
The money side of things, too. What worries me about the theater dying is I remember, being in high school or early on when my wife and I were together, we would call friends of ours up and say, "Hey, we're all going to go to the movies tonight." It was a social thing. It was a gathering. It was we're all going to go out. We're all going to get together. We didn't care what movie we were seeing. Some of them are horrible, but it was we're going to go out. We're going to experience this thing together, and we're going to do this thing together. And I feel like some of that social experience is just kind of dying out because of the online interaction. I got it.
You got it.
Kikomon for $20. Can't speak for movies, but in-game studios invest in stupid shit like water quality and facial expression. That's why the prices are high. It is all about the story and gameplay. Studios are filled with dead weight. I was having that conversation with a buddy of mine a few weeks back, talking about the degradation of gamings when games worried less about things becoming more like movie quality cutscenes and less about mechanics of games. That's when you started to see the shift in gaming, because games used to be hard and they used to be challenging, and now it just feels like half of them just want to be walk through cutscenes.
In speaking to, like Mike was mentioning as well, the additional calculus that's affecting the cinemas as well, streaming, right? Most movies that come out are going to appear on a streaming service in a couple of months. And if you're already paying for that subscription, the logic is, why do I need to pay anything extra to see the movie a bit earlier when I don't have to pay anything additional to what I'm already got on my, budget? And I'm going to get to essentially watch it for free then when it comes out on the streaming. I think that is so damaging to the cinema, concept now.
Well, wait, what's the
that's
difference
why,
between that and
Rustin,
Blu-ray
that's why
and
you also
DVD?
get
Because
really,
Blu-ray and DVD used to come out. Like, what's
picky
the
about
difference?
Well, because you get super picky about that stuff. Because I mean, unless you're one of these guys with the 80-inch bloody TV on their wall.
Sorry, that's
Nathan
super
Cussy
chatty.
for $1.99 says, "I'm super chatting to interrupt the conversation, but you're not going to."
You succeeded,
unless
though. Well done.
You have an actual home theater at home. It's like most people. It's like there are certain movies you do want to go see the entire, where it's like you're basically in the movie because it's the screen's this big and everything. But a lot of movies, it's like, dude, that's probably why rom-coms died, right? It's like, nobody needs to go see that size of a, screen to go watch, just call them small films, right? Sort of small genre films. Yeah. That's
Buddy Rabbit. Thank you for the super sticker.
Super sticker.
Holy crap! Just Mike said something, and I'm thinking about the last time that like a rom-com came out where I saw a commercial for it and it was like a big deal, and I genuinely can't remember one within the last like 14 years.
No, rom-coms are dead, dude. Although if you watch like these
does Barbie qualify?
Shows, what is it?
Barbie. Does Barbie qualify?
Not a rom-com. Nobody gets the girl.
Dude, you say Barbie the way my dad says Bob Wire, like
Barbie.
Barbie
deserves its own
Bob
new
Wire?
genre. Feminist propaganda. That's what.
Hey, Shad, can you say let's throw a shrimp on Barbie?
Let's throw a shrimp on the Barbie. Alexander Cross for $5 says, streaming might kill theaters, but not Hollywood. They're going to be in the same position as we were 20 years ago. Thousands channels and nothing to watch. Good points, because that will probably kill the theaters. Theaters will still be around, but nowhere near the cultural kind of presence they were in the past.
People were talking about with like Blu-ray and DVD. They were talking about the death of the theaters at that point in time too.
Man, yeah, I think, like I said, theaters will always be around, but a lot of people, like, streaming is just so convenient. Again, the same reasons we've been giving. And it does seem like there needs to be a particularly special movie to drag people out to go see now.
That's why Maverick did so well, right?
Well, it's like
but Hollywood is going to try and survive off of streaming, and I think they'll stick around because of that. The thing that'll ultimately kick it is that I agree with the previous chat. Something pretty big needs to shift how movies are made, and I think AI might be that thing. We will have to see, though. The reason why I want Hollywood to die, right? Hollywood has become one of the most degenerate, corrupt, kind of pedophilic, insular kind of places of hedonism and disgust. I like the stories that come out of people like sharing how they were abused. That look, the whole concept of the casting couch, right? Exchanging sex for roles and anything that goes back to Marilyn Monroe. She joked about it in one of her films. You think that didn't? What Harvey Weinstein, right? He had a bit of a habit around that. And Zach Muffin for $5 says 15 years ago, my local theater had $5 movies on Tuesdays. So many good movies were out. We'd pay to see 3, then sneak into whatever comedy movie was playing. Like, yeah, who does that anymore? Watching like several movies in a row. So that was a good point there, Zach.
Yeah, we used to go
we're going back to the
movies
topic
on Saturdays.
Yeah, we have
buddies. Like that's
half-price
just not a thing
Tuesdays.
anymore. It's the
Half-price Tuesdays at the AMC's.
yeah.
Today.
So
Tuesday.
when you look at Hollywood, they seem to try and gravitate towards people that want to indulge in the same degeneracy that they like. But like, there's this story about it's not a story, it's confirmed because the actor did it. Do you guys remember old 007 movies on Her Majesty's Secret Service? Do you remember? Are you familiar with classic 007 films?
Oh yeah.
Okay, lit
I don't
down.
remember
Lit
what
down.
Of them,
what makes on Her Majesty's Secret Service a little different or out of the ordinary? Do you know what's the odd thing about that one?
Let's see, all the way back to the
was that the David Niven one?
Okay, you might be latching onto it there, Mike. It is one of the only films that has a James Bond for one film, and that's it. And the person they cast to play James Bond was an Aussie, right? And he was only there for one film on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
It's David Niven, right?
I forget his name. That might be his name. But I know he was an Aussie. Mike's going to look it up, and while he does that, we have Zach Osborne, $5. From 2003 to 2019, my brother and I used to go to the movies 4 to 6 times a month. Now we go 4 to 6 times a year, where we were great customers, and Hollywood lost us. There we go. And John Goetz for $5 says, having cinematic
it was
games.
George Lazenby, sorry.
Okay. Having cinema games is fine. They need to be honest with what people will get into. Final Fantasy, Metal Gear have always had long cutscenes.
Is that? I'm sorry, John Goetz. Is that a Ghost of Tsushima mask? I want to know. Is that one of the Ghost of Tsushima masks? Sorry,
all right.
We'll
find out. But you were talking, Royce. This one's yours.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
No, apologize.
$20. I wouldn't.
My lit dev's not talking.
I wouldn't know
because he
what's
doesn't wanna
showing
read Super
anywhere
Chat.
what's coming out. Between ad blocker and being completely disconnected from modernity and media, it has to be a big enough mover to get me weighing the pros/cons of hitting the cinema. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad point. It's from the collector's edition. Oh, crap. I don't have a collector's edition one, John, but right here, my buddy actually purchased this from
Rice.
Etsy. It's actually one of his. Sorry.
Royce, you got to grab this.
Alexander Cross for $2. Degenerates of a feather flock together.
I think there is some truth to that because one thing, they're not going to rat each other out because if one rats the other out, it's like, well, you were there at the party doing that stuff too. So, it almost feels like it's a way that they protect themselves. And the thing that really tipped me off to that, thing is when there was that guy who worked for Nickelodeon that got accused, maybe was he
Not
even convicted
accused.
for
All of that is confirmed.
right?
It's
Sexual
bad.
assault for young kids. And then he got hired in Disney. Why do you think Disney would hire
Because
a
they're
known
pedophiles.
pedophile, right?
Dude.
Birds of a feather
And
flock together.
I believe
and
it was
maybe
confirmed
because
it was Drake Bell. Drake Bell from Drake and Josh. Like, what?
so much messed up crap happens in Hollywood, man. Kick up on $5. Actors, professional con artists, pretenders, politicians, professional power-seeking lying bureaucrats. It is insane they get a spotlight, in my view. I'm starting to think like Rome was right, where acting is one of the lowest professions, and they were considered.
They're just like overpaid, overpraised theater kids. Like, why are they getting so much money for stuff?
I'm starting to think that wood chippers are too quick.
How important are actors to like the everyday workings of a country? Right? Why do they get so many millions of dollars?
It's because
Because
movies
they
end up
bring in
making
the
so
money.
much money.
But that's always been the thing. Distraction is so much more profitable than necessity. And that's just true throughout human existence.
that sounds profound there, Royce. We might need to expound on that.
Oh, hey, I need beer.
We need to make
Okay.
a book that says why actors deserve less.
Sorry, I'll get more drunk. I need to stop that
What
shit.
are you, a
Yeah.
communist? Actors should get all the money.
Yeah.
Why actors deserve less.
What,
That
you
would be a
want
pretty good
Disney to
story.
get all the money?
Okay.
I want,
All right.
I want actors to get less. That's
Well,
that's my
in
position.
related to all this, right?
If actors got
The
less, maybe
Degeneracy-
the movie tickets would be less, huh?
Yes.
Well, hey, that might.
By the way, it was
But-
David Niven was in Casino Royale, the original Casino Royale. So.
Casino Royale is actually the original story from James Bond. The original, like the novel original.
the novel, yeah.
You have the novel, which is very, very dry, very like a very like traditional British spy novel, very dry. It was actually an actual mission that even Ian Fleming was on, but instead of terrorists, it was like the Russians or something. So it was pretty cool. So it came from like actually his actual work in the spy game. The other ones,
Actually, I wanna
however, were a
read
little
them.
more exaggerated.
Yeah, makes me want to read the classic James Bond novels. But guess what? Lit Devil, we gotcha. You got caught.
Buddy Rabbit, thanks for the $10 super chat. Says the last film I saw in the cinema was Five Nights at Freddy's, mostly for the brothers' sake, but I enjoyed myself. I'd rather see a serrated blade video or pop a stream on. Analog content, grassroots, very based.
Yeah, like so many people are just like not caring about the cinemas these days, and I kind of get it, honestly. Alexander Cross for $2 says, "Return actors to Byzantium standards." Is that weird? I
Jeez.
might need to look up what that was. That
Oh,
might be
no,
worse than the Roman standards.
I think that's bad. I think that's a bad thing.
Well,
Okay.
well,
so
let me.
you
I,
wanted
Royce,
to talk about.
Royce,
Wait, this is important to your Hollywood thing.
Right.
This is really important to the Hollywood
I've destroyed
degeneracy
it.
thing.
Okay.
If you go back to obviously the Greek times and the way that they treated young boys in Greek times for acting roles and so on and so forth, you start to see that throughout history, actors have had this horrible degeneracy about them.
Look, not all actors, but there
Not
seems to
all,
be a
but-
trend. Like when you are showered with praise and adoration, and people see you as a thing to be not only admired but desired, because you're considered attractive, and you have both men and women. If you're this beautiful person throwing themselves at you, what does that do to your mentality and psyche? Okay,
Oh, yeah.
like the danger is when you
Are
have
you
hundreds.
asking me, Shad?
Yeah,
Nobody was asking you, Mike.
But oh, sorry, John Goats $5. Honestly, the more they go against the audience, the more their IP will lose relevance. The latest Halo flopped while Wukong blew up sales-wise. This is absolutely true.
There's some things there about the
But hang
Wukong
on.
thing, though.
Talking about the thing about actors, right? When you have thousands to millions of people saying you're wonderful, you're special, everything, the danger is that they start to think that's true, that they are better than other people because everyone's telling them how great they are. And that I think that is why you get that narcissistic celebrity mentality. Alexander Cross for $2 says it means prostitutes rate higher in society. That was the Byzantine standard he was pushing for.
Are they the same? Aren't they prostitutes?
Well, they get paid money to perform certain acts. They're called actors.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're paid to perform sex in front of people. So,
That's called OnlyFans.
We have a whole profession society. They pay millions of dollars that their entire profession is lying to you. And the better they lie to you, the more money they get paid.
First it was Kikabun. For $5. Women are like grenades. You pull the ring and the house disappears. Oof. Theater groups. The original group is apparently, I was wondering if something might cause a connection to this meme, and I think that one right there gives it to me. So the ideal woman. I think the bottom left one is probably the most apt part of the ideal woman.
That's fucking hilarious. Okay at cooking, and she better be better than okay at cooking. Like
That's important. This is important, right? That gave me a chuckle.
Anyone can learn how to cook.
I have talked because all of you see all the red pill accounts on Twitter that are like, oh, women this way, women have to be this way and this, that, and the other thing. And my wife lived a rough life before I met her. And we have a wonderful life together with 4 kids. And guess what? Neither of us are perfect. We weren't perfect before we met. And she's got a dark past. But based off all these red pill comments, I should have literally thrown her out in the gutter, years ago, like when I met her. And I'm like, but what? So you don't take a chance on people here and there? And it's just there's so much out there on both sides of it. And it's just like, the best way to tell, go out and live your life. And guess what? You've got to screw up and you've got to figure it out.
I mean, I can understand a bit of both sides because I agree with you, right? Like, people shouldn't be beyond redemption. Yet at the same time, when you have this girl who has an OnlyFans and she's got what is it, a body count in the hundreds? I understand why guys might be avoiding.
My wife has talked about this, dude. She's been in a dark place. She's got a high body count. She was also, and I won't get into the serious stuff because it's a pop culture thing. But
well, Royce, it just shows your quality, man. That shows, And I'm not. That's not a dig at your wife either, by the way. She's a lovely person. She's been
No. And I don't take it as a dig, but I think so many people they're seeking for false wisdom online. They're seeking for, it's like what I saw a few months ago, and it kind of broke my heart. I don't know if this chick's being true or not. She was an OnlyFans chick, and she supposedly has turned to God, this, that, and the other thing. And I saw people online making comments, and they're like, man, I wish we could go back to the old days when church was for, upstanding people. And I was like, what? That's never who church has been.
Exactly.
For.
I mean,
and I'm like,
Royce, I'm gonna jump on your point there. That's true. Church is made for people who are imperfect. Christ administered to the sinners and not the whole, right? And so, good point. I do need to bring us back on track. Do you want any final thoughts? Any final thoughts?
Just
Royce never has final thoughts. Don't do that.
Find wisdom online. Just go out, live your life. Go out to a park or somewhere.
Except for here, because we share such incredible wisdom. That's why we are definitely wise people and not retards. And you should always
share drunken ramblings. You can share wisdom. How about that? Well,
it's possible so, we are just the wisest of the retards.
We are the wisest of.
Good point. All right, I want to finish off this story of this 007 guy, right? So there's a documentary, and there is some not safe for work stuff in the documentary because he shares some things about how he got the role. And one of the things they did with him, right, when he was auditioning, they wanted to confirm he wasn't gay because 007 can't be gay. And his background was in modeling, and they felt like he's a male model, might be gay. And so to confirm that he wasn't gay, this is the Hollywood producers, right? They send a guy there with a hooker, right, to his apartment. He opens up and there's like, all right, here's a woman, have fun. And he lived a really degenerate life in the modeling industry. So he drugs and all that. And so he was all on board and he started, and the guy that brought this hooker, right? His purpose was to sit there and watch it to confirm that he went the whole way to confirm that he wasn't gay, right? And this is a Hollywood producer doing it. Okay?
So you're telling me somebody actually used the chair in the corner of the hotel room?
Yes. Right? Hollywood has been degenerate for years. This is like back in what, the 70s or 80s?
God.
And it's just gotten worse. Okay. Seth Whiteback, $5. Just one thing. Proverbs 31:30 says, charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised.
I'd like to propose it's entirely possible that dude who brought the woman over kind of did that on his own, was kind of a creepy voyeur.
I mean, there's a lot of creepiness.
The boss said you got to do this, chick. And I got
all right. Yeah, you're Now, I'm not saying there aren't some good people in Hollywood. I think that the occasional actor actually can earn my respect. Keanu Reeves, friggin' legend, right? But most of them, man, like it's such a seedy, vile place. And you if you want to know why, oh, my brain just went dead.
Good
Here's
time
the
to
Aussie
read a super chat.
Good time, yes. Do we have a switch? Yes, we do. Kickaman. Genders are like the Twin Towers. There used to be two, and now it's a sensitive subject. Getting off track. Woo! I will shut up with the song. Thanks,
He did pay
Kickaman.
$300 to see this.
He did. I think we might need
It's
it.
a commercial break.
But the thing is that at the same time, Mike, I'm not a whore. I don't do tricks for money. Okay? I won't do anything that just flashing some cash in my face. I will appreciate the donation, absolutely. But I won't do anything just for money. Okay.
Read that $5 super chat.
There's another one, dude. Oh, okay. Ruby Rap, $5.
Just for the money, by the way.
That's nothing. You should see my ancestors in the medieval. Yeah, rabbits hunting hundreds of humans riding on snails. Oh, well, rabbits were vicious in the medieval illuminated manuscripts. They were using weapons.
They had huge, nasty teeth.
Alexander Cross for $2 says, just 333 idiots plus LitDev trying to figure it out. LitDev is the only smart one among us. This is true. All right, so there are some good eggs in Hollywood, but most of it seems like I said, a degenerate mess. And that's just been getting worse. And man.
It's because it's the gatekeepers are degenerates.
Yeah. Oh, Mel Gibson. He was the one I was trying to remember, right?
Oh,
he has shared some comments about when he got into Hollywood and is like, what the heck?
Yeah, he's like, Christopher Walken is freaking Satan.
Right. And if you want to know why Mel Gibson is shunned by Hollywood, I don't think it was just his drunken rant. All right. I think there are other things why he gets shunned by Hollywood. Okay, so we do see some signs of change. Movies are failing, even streaming shows are failing. Acolyte cancelled, it bombed so bad. They are losing a lot of money. Disney especially. They are not making that money back with the investment all on Disney Plus. They want to be Netflix, but they're not succeeding because they don't have the numbers. And think about how many people do you think joined Disney Plus because of the Acolyte? Just throwing that out there. What do you think?
None? I don't think as many as people who left because of the Acolyte.
Yeah, that's a good point, right? And that show cost what, 180 million to make? And they're not getting licensing deals with it. They've sold buckleys of merchandise from it. That's almost like a complete $180 black hole sink that they just lost all that in.
You know what? That's almost because they're gonna make money back off of Acolyte through merchandising, through everything else. Told you to shut up. But dude, freaking Concord, $150 million. They made back like $12. Dude, that's why I did that video. Because it's just been scratching the back of my mind. It's like, how does a company like Sony waste 8 years and $150 million on something that because I showed these characters. Here, let me show you. I showed these character designs to my kids and this other teenager who was here at my house, and they were just laughing because they're so horrible. It's like horrible. Anybody with 2 brain cells could look at this and be like, why would you want to play this? This guy's a freaking he's the Michelin Man.
He's a trash bin.
It's a trash bin.
Nothing cool about it. And by the way, Mecha can look so friggin' awesome. Look at Gundam and stuff. And they choose something like this.
Any designer with freaking 6 months of experience could have done better than that. And they spent 8 years. Look at this. It is such a joke. She looks like an enema. It's freaking terrible.
It's bonkers. And this is like, the whole diversity, representation characters and stuff.
You can make diverse characters that don't look like absolute crap.
I think it's like if Facebook AI made a shoot-'em-up game.
See, I don't know. Like, there's diversity, and then there's woke diversity, right? Woke diversity has an offense.
Look at that! Oh my gosh, she's wearing a freaking fish tank on her head.
Yeah.
It's like we're all going to say something quirky, like at any moment now. It's going to be super, super cringe.
No, it just makes me like how is Sony spending 150 million? Because like the Disney thing, they probably thought they're going to make, and they are going to make some money back on that 180 million. They're not going to make a dime back on this $150 million investment. This, I just think
This
there's
is
something.
This is
fishy.
one of the biggest bombs in
It's a
gaming
boondoggle,
history. Kick about $5. I saw my mum chopping onions today, so I started crying. Onions was a good dog. I'll give you that one, Kiko. That made me chuckle.
It seems like a generic game they would find inside of a TV show or something, like a game that the characters would be playing.
Yeah.
None of the characters look either cool or attractive.
No, this is the worst. Look at this.
Look at what
It's like Cruella de Vil, but worse.
I have seen that exact character complaining on Twitter. That's the problem. And that's the problem.
I think that's a Marvel writer.
Like
they took Overwatch, they reskinned it, but they're like, how can we take these really cool characters and make them really, really stupid? Like to the point that why would anyone want to play? This is why Concord's just tanking, because the gameplay is fine.
Here's the problem with this character design. This character design is like almost good. Like
it's like the Twitter. They took all the Twitter fixed its and then made them characters.
Yeah, I mean, see that hairstyle, change the face a little bit and like give it like battle gear. This character
she's wearing clothes from the thrift store.
Shut the fuck. Hey, why are we attacking thrift store
the different thing is like they're all like female characters, but don't have any female features on their bodies. So none of the female characters have like hips or boobs or anything.
Or pretty faces.
Really they're all like either have like they're either like flat boards or they're like men.
Well, it's like I mean, and on top of that, I mean, you talk about the. What about are there male characters? Find a male character and let's because I want to say like,
male character. You will have to wait for the male characters.
No, but do they look like femboys or do they look like men?
Like, yeah, one of them is a really fat man.
Oh, that's fucking.
You can't have male characters in a game like this that are too aggressive or intimidating.
Hey, Ruby Rabbit for $2. Pairs of people waited for this game, gentlemen.
Pairs of
people.
Alexander Cross $5.
Dozens of copies.
With 8 years, I could do better, and I'm starting at square one. These people don't just suck at what they do; they disdain the attempt.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's 8 years, $150 million. There's no way this wasn't some sort of a scam.
I could show you guys an indie game developer right now who is doing this out of his basement, just him by himself, and he is so much better than all of this right here.
Royce, it's your turn.
John Goats, hey,
look,
fellow Ghost of Tsushima character. Oh yeah, he looks like a femboy. Oh fuck,
he looks like Marty McFly in space.
He looks like a male feminist.
Stop wearing your space gear and get me my half-calf mocha latte, you green fucking twink. Sorry. Anyway, John Goats for $5. Sony can make everyone forget about Concord because Astrobot looks super charming and seems to have none of this crap. Need more 3D platforms anyway.
I haven't heard of that one. Ruby Rabbit for $5. Chad, I will give you pairs of dollars to stop calling me Ruby or Rudy. Buddy, sorry, buddy. Look. You should be forewarned. I've told you we're retarded here, okay?
So I'm the drunk one, Shad. Shad, stop stealing my thunder. I'm the drunk one. I refute you now.
I'm tired, and that makes me act.
Oh, I'm tired. I'm drunk. There's a difference.
Okay, come on, $2. Bribe Kiko-sung for the best music video ever. I'm tempted. Put it in the, grab it in case, but you need to brace yourself for that level of internet. Okay.
Wait. Do we want to do the original or do we want to do the remake that one of the guys from my community redid?
I think you would want the original.
Okay.
Kiko is a legend. He did donate like more than $300 now, which we really appreciate. You're a legend, man. Look, like again, these character designs. Look at this. Who wants to play an office worker with goggles that has like? It is so awful.
But she's a robot.
It's like
It's
Niles from
it-
Frasier.
Is
It's
this
like-
to make?
Almost
It's like
everyone has been a
Niles
female
from
so far.
Frasier.
Here you have a robot, and it's also obviously a female. It's like, can we just?
Is
I
it?
think there's,
I can't tell. I can't.
and then
tell
these last three are male. The fat one,
Whoa,
fat Mexican male.
Oh,
that's a man.
Mike, this is why,
that's
like,
Medea.
That's a man.
That's Medea.
this is why the woke version of diversity doesn't mean because you can have a successful diverse game, but their diversity is usually like an attack against beauty. It needs fat representation, and it needs really
Well, here's the funny
strong
thing about
gender
this, Chad.
identifiers.
I mean, Overwatch is fully woke, and they have fat characters too. But it's
But
like,
they also have attractive characters.
yeah, and really well designed characters, and really great backstories and animations and stuff. What is
And-
this?
And the internet
What's
highly
that?
approves of those characters.
Every skin is worse than the next.
This is like
This guy looks like one of those Antifa wannabe,
what is
militants.
What is this character? It's like someone's like dad, like someone's uncle.
They gave
Yeah, it
him
looks like
5
somebody
o'clock
ran into the
shadow
garage
because they're
trying
like,
to put together a Halloween costume at
They
the
have a
last
pimp.
second.
There's a pimp as a character.
Kick
Yeah,
a button for $2.
he's
Hi,
the black
Rudy or
character.
Ruby.
The black dude has to be the pimp.
I'm a mother.
Uh,
P-I-M.
Wallahi
Well,
Muna.
what you
Hey,
heard
hello,
about-
Shad. Good to see you streaming again. It's good to be back. Good to be here.
Anybody
And
remember that song?
Buddy Rabbit, please don't dead name me, Kiko. Look, there's a conversation in the super chats. That's
Don't get
those
involved in
those character designs were horrendous.
Terrible. And then here we have the
Here's
Hey, no.
Oh.
We
No,
might
no,
come
no.
back to that, Mike. We might come back to that. That one's rough. That one is rough.
That's
But what we will do is hear some of Ryan Kinnell's thoughts on Concord, because he is right. He's absolutely right. I mean, can tell me if you guys can hear it. Is that
No.
audio coming through?
no.
Is the audio not coming through? What the hell? What the hell? All right, hold up. I might need a. All right, Mike. Damn it.
I think it's weirdly ironic that both of these games came out one day after the other, and they're both
That's
like
weird.
the wokest garbage, and they're fighting for that woke audience between the two games, and there's only 12 people buying the game.
It
made
It is
dozens of dollars, sold dozens of copies.
Dozens of
Here-
dollars.
here's what I'm finding out, just, and this is from just people that I know in everyday life. One, gamers will not buy something if it's woke, and they will also not buy something if it's based. Most gamers don't care. They'll look at it, and if they think it's cool, they will. So there's like a universal cool factor. Because I talk with buddies of mine all the time about games, and like I have friends of mine who I'm like, yeah, like I wouldn't pick up Baldur's Gate 3 because I'm like, man, that company did a lot of crap in that game, and I have friends of mine who are like, dude, stop being stupid. It's a good fucking game. Why don't you just play it with us? And I'm like, but all the Marxist crap, and they're like, yeah, you need to quit being dumb. And then obviously you see stuff like Concord, and they're like, yeah, that looks absolutely retarded. It's highly political. Like normies don't care.
There's a line, and there's a bit more of a conversation we have. But Royce, you want to grab the super chat? Comes
Yeah.
up on you.
Old timer for $50.
Dude, thank you.
Says, oh, look, you found my old preschool models. I drew a blue duck because I never have seen a blue duck, and I wanted to see a blue duck. Hope you get it, but hey, love you all.
Of course, Billy Madison, man.
Oh, shit. Wow. Okay,
That's
yeah.
I know these references. That's a Billy Madison reference. Classic Adam Sandler going back in the day. There and man, $2. Do you like the Princess Bride and Sword fight? Yeah, hell yes, I do. Princess Bride
To
and
the
Sword is a
pain.
goat. Kick a button for $2. There's no woke audience. They just yell loudly. I'm starting to think that might be it. Guys, tell me if you can hear this. If the audio is coming through.
No.
No.
No, what's going on? Why is it not sharing audio?
Well,
Bloody
Shad, if you knew how to work technology.
I know, right? If Royce was handling this,
Send it to me. Send it to me. Let's see if I can get it to work.
Yeah, I don't know what's going
Throw
on.
it up in the private chat. Throw it up in the private chat if you can. Oh,
I
let
don't
me
even
see if
have
I
the.
can.
I can turn the volume up on this.
Yeah, send it.
Don't
Send what
do the volume on that, you sadistic bastard.
That's muted. That one's muted. I can see the mute button is on that video. Yeah, send it. All right, let me.
So I'm gonna stop sharing mine and try.
That band is a guitarist. There's a guy who plays a
When was the
guitar in
last
the
time
band.
the keytar?
Wait, are you
had-
assuming his gender?
Yeah, absolutely. Because fuck you.
Boy, it's getting a little gay in here. Get the hell out of this bitch. Yeah.
All I gotta do is assume the guy's gender, and boom, I win.
Can you sing this for us, Litdev?
I don't even know how this nonsense would go.
Alright, let's see if this works, Shad.
All right, let's see if.
Gamers have made it very clear
Can
to
you hear it? Okay.
Yeah, I can.
developers that if you market your game based on identity politics, it's probably not going to work out very well for you. And that's exactly what's happening with the game Concord. Concord dies out of the gate. Release date, peak concurrent player on Steam, 70% less than the game's open beta.
Pause it.
It's been getting absolutely
Like the numbers on this are some of the lowest I've ever seen. It's lower than the open beta, and this like what the
Well, they
hell?
could only
They
get
lost
2,300 people to
Yeah.
play the open beta.
And they lost 70% of those people.
Yeah.
Because they were like, yeah, we're not paying for this.
So
So,
And all the other games in that genre are free.
This is true. Mike, you got a super chat for you.
Oh, hello. Crimson Law for $10 says, I don't care where the game comes from, just make it fun. I'm still playing Minecraft, Skyrim, and Monster Hunter because they're fun. Too bad there aren't many fun mainstream games anymore.
Dude, I've started playing Civilization 5 again because it's a great. It's still better than Civilization 6. And
Age of Empires 2, baby.
Come on, $5 each time you light your lighter gets lighter until your lighter gets so light that it won't light. That is actually true. That's a true statement, Kickerman. Your wisdom is appreciated.
I have thought about going back and playing for like the 4th time and adding to my hundreds of hours Ghost of Tsushima. I've been thinking about that lately. Like, God, I because it's fun. It's just a fun game. Like,
Crispy
Yeah,
says you
yeah.
have to be a beta to play that game. Oh,
As I keep mentioning, Alan Moore once said that he never followed trends. He simply did one simple trick whenever he wrote something, and that was to make it well written instead of following a trend.
Yep, just make quality. Could you play the video, Royce? Because you're in control, and I'm retarded. I mean, I'm
wait,
definitely
can you-
retarded for.
can
I'm
you say that
definitely
again?
retarded for putting you in control. So yes.
fine, I'll
Fair
take
point.
it. Whatever. It's fine. I was gonna play it up. Whatever. It's Ryan. It's a retard I haven't met yet. Is he retarded? I don't know. Whoa, what the hell was that? Oh, Windows is doing stuff. Sorry.
brutalized. Just look at the way it's been received.
Look at that
67
scores.
right now on Metacritic by the critics, 2.6 by the users. This is a game that's been in development for like 7 or 8 years. This is a game that's estimated to cost somewhere in the 100 to 150
150 million. Holy crap. Quickly, we got some shit. Buddy Rabbit, $5. It's too bad Monkey Game is probably CC or spyware. Sorry, I only want American companies to steal my information.
I
You might
don't
have a
even want
point.
American companies.
You might have. John Goats, $5. They can't force gamers to play their messaging crap because we either have massive backlogs or play just our favorite stuff forever. No need for new. Yeah, I'm playing Civilization 5, man. That game is how old now? It's probably always up to
Okay.
10 years.
Shut
We also have
up.
Betty Adams over at ours.
Hi,
$5.
Betty Adams. Sorry, she's one of mine. Hi,
Good.
Betty Adams.
You take the chat then.
Okay, fine. Betty Adams overanalysis for $5 is the last time the keytar was culturally. Sorry, the keytar. I love that fucking. Was culturally relevant in the music scene was when the brothers Osborne released their "It Ain't My Fault."
It's over analyzes.
I know.
All right, then say.
What she said.
There you go. This one's for you, Royce.
Buddy Rabbit. Did you hear that, Shad? Buddy Rabbit?
Buddy?
Yeah,
Buddy?
buddy. Yeah, can you read it,
buddy.
buddy?
It's a joke, Royce. Take another drink.
For
Did
$2.
you get it, Royce? It's a joke.
Yeah. Did
All
you
right,
get it, Shad?
Concord.
It's buddy.
150 million. This is going to be one of the big, like I said, biggest L's in gaming history. That's an insane amount of money to lose, and no one is playing it. But
Yeah, it's like a $250,000 per person playing it.
you know, do you think this will send a message? Like Acolyte, let's see how that the Marvels did so great. And now with Concord and Dustbin or whatever it is.
I think the big question is like a message to who really, because a message to everyone else around this project. Like, yeah, the people, the normal people looking in, yeah, it's like, oh yeah, everything sucks. No one's buying this stuff. The people that should be learning the lesson, of course, are the creators in the industry, but they're not really going to learn that lesson. It's like all they're going to do is say, all they're going to do is say that, oh, the bigots didn't like it, and that's how we failed.
So what successes have we had this year in gaming?
Royce, you got a super chat? You can come back to your comment.
Old timer for $20. Concord could have just bought all the players' cars and wasted less money. I almost
Yeah.
didn't make it through.
Oh my god! Oh, like someone do the
high-end sports
calculation.
cars.
Like, do the amount of players times the cost of the average car and see if it's less than their budget. Dude,
Here's the bad part. They probably could have done that and bought all of them the $50,000 Teslas and still made money ahead. No, but
kick them on for $5. Age of Mythology Retold is releasing on the 4th. Going to enjoy the nostalgia. Yes, play the
I hate
classics.
nostalgia.
What were you saying, Royce?
No, what I'm saying is, what gaming successes have there been this year versus the absolute catastrophes that we've had, and obviously games take years to develop. So whatever we're seeing this year is we're gonna see for the next God knows how long. Hopefully the bad stuff. I would still think that we're going to see a few more flops like Concord and Dustborn through 2024, 2025, because again, game development is what, 5 to 8 years now usually. Like,
It shouldn't be that long. It just honestly should not be that long.
Buddy, right for $2. That pause of Ryan pantomiming his boyfriend. Oh, dear. How dare you, buddy?
can
So in
somebody
terms of the
please
games-
take that and put it online?
There has been some good successes like Pal World and what was that other? It's fallen off now, but it was that big alien
Helldivers.
shooting game. Helldivers.
Power World, Helldivers,
Wukong.
And look,
Black Myth Wukong is
the current one that's taken
Black
off.
Myth that one's interesting though, because if you look at it, Black Myth Wukong, for obvious reasons, took off in the Chinese market the way that a lot of these other games just haven't. And if you look at like the Western market, it's not big in the Western market. It's only got a concurrent player count of approximately a few 100,000 players compared to what it's getting for Chinese market players.
That is interesting.
So the question is does that skew things?
Clearly it does if the disparity is so big, but reports are that the game is, good. That's
I
the
want to
general
play it. I've
consensus.
been wanting to play this game for years.
Well, here's the
this
thing.
is right up my alley. That game it's action RPG adventure. Just go beat up the bosses and just continue through that right up my alley. Love that stuff.
I don't care about it because I'm not into like a monkey man. It's like I don't really. It's nothing. It's based
the
off
character
of
that Goku is based off of.
Goku's cool. They made him cool.
Yeah.
This guy, like the original Wukong, because this is based off. I think it's called Journey to the West. It's a classic Chinese fantasy. It's like
it's one of the
older
four
than Lord of the
pillars of the
Rings.
Chinese lore lore.
Mm-hmm. And so, look, I'm not actually interested in the game. I like medieval knights, samurai swords.
okay.
So I like, but hasn't been right with it is the unjust kind of attacks that people be going after it because it's not diverse. That's what people are saying. So look at what Rum says here.
It's as diverse as Black Panther was.
Well,
And that was the most diverse movie ever.
That's a good point. And on that note, Kickerman says the realistic water and leaves are worth 5 years. I forget what that's in relation to, but thank you, Kickerman. All right. So you got a point there. It's technically, according to, their version of diverse, it's as diverse as Black Panther around there. But it has too many attractive women in it because there are female characters in it that actually are attractive. I've got some
that actually
images
look
here.
like the beautiful models that they're.
But
modeled
there's
after,
like
as
there's
opposed
like
to
one
Star
or
Wars.
two. There are
Yep.
almost no women.
But
in the
it
game.
doesn't. This is what I mean, Mike. It doesn't have the right type of diversity. They have
Right.
their
They need
tick
ugly fat
boxes.
women.
And look at this Steam review right here. Before you fly off the handle and call me woke, hear me out first, okay? There are groups of people out there who have been marginalized for centuries, and we live in a time in which past wrongs can finally be righted. It's baffling to me that you can play a game knowing that not only are their devs proven sexist, but they refuse to include a single iota of diversity in the game. A single iota!
Shad.
How dare they?
Shad, I am asking you unironically, will you please allow me a rant?
Okay, we are on a time, and we'll see how you go. Go, right, go.
Okay. So
But first,
if wanna
before you
talk
go,
about the
I'm
diversity
cutting
in
you
the
off. Let's go.
John Goats at $5. Stellar Blade, First Descendant, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and Dragon Dogma 2 has been successful. Final Fantasy 16 on PC soon. Hey, that was awesome.
That is awesome.
For $2 from Kikomon says in relation to long development time for long games. Okay.
And Buddy Rabbit for $5.
Sorry.
No, you,
I'm
you're
sorry.
on a roll.
Do
Go,
you
do
want
it,
it?
do it.
Do you want it?
It's all yours, Race. It's
Okay.
all yours.
Buddy Rabbit for $5. It's going to be popular because the female player models have high arches alone. Oh shit.
And Corey Knight for 20 something says biggest problem with Wukong is connected to Tencent. I actually do have some concerns about that side of things. But also Fire 3 Warrior or something, $5. What games? You guys think you're better than me? Wukong apes together strong.
I mean,
all right, Royce, you'll get a rant. Go quickly. Do it.
Okay, so Epic Raid, you want to talk about Woken Gaming? This is the Chinese. This is how the Chinese operate. So you need to understand any company, although they may not have they may be somewhat under the radar of the CCP. You need to understand all of the stuff that they send out has to be in accordance with the CCP. So when they say you're not allowed to do feminist propaganda in the CCP, they are under the guise of what the CCP considers feminist propaganda. Now, we're not talking about women possibly having jobs or women just doing like Western women stuff, right? Or even woke women stuff. We're talking about what the CCP considers that stuff. So if you really want to sit here and say that Black Myth Wukong is absolutely against diversity, then you need to levy all of that against the Chinese Communist Party, because all of the stuff that you want to espouse that communism is great for is absolutely denying your right to exist, which I'm going to be honest, if that's what the communists are going for, maybe I agree with them. I don't know. But don't take it
agree
with
with
the game developer. Go to the Communist Party that is literally forcing these game developers to put these rules in place. This is one thing that a lot of people are not talking about right now, and it's one thing that's bothered me since the story came out. They're not coming out here espousing Western ideological family values. They're coming out here and making sure that their studio doesn't get shut down because the CCP will absolutely crucify them if they ever do anything that can go against them, whether that be included the Western values or send a game code to a woke streamer.
Yeah. So, Royce, actually, you are 100% on point here, because there are some values that we would agree with China. China does try and push the masculinity and their traditional roles and stuff like that. But that's to
And now they're not aborting all the female babies.
Yeah, but that's to support.
They've changed a lot a now. Have you seen? Sorry, I'm sorry, Chad. Go on.
The support of those things is to support a framework of vile, authoritarianism. Okay, their social credit score, their full-on communist regime, and they are pushing. They want a strong military, and they know to have a strong military, you need strong men, and so they push the masculine kind of concepts quite strongly. And although I can kind of connect and understand, I like that they're pushing traditional things here, it's in support of something that is really dangerous and bad. It is the communist people of China, right? And a lot of Chinese people, awesome. Their government is one of the most full-on nutcase oppressive governments on earth at the moment. China
Yeah, but
government
let's
is
be
not.
realistic. The Chinese government is no longer functionally communist. They're really more the type of fascism. The way they work with business, they don't own the businesses; they control the business, just like Nazi Germany, just like Mussolini's Italy.
That's a good point.
The CCP is literally a fascist state now.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, you got a super chat.
John Getz for $5 says, Shad, you'd like Final Fantasy 16. Traditional romance, early Game of Thrones kind of dark fantasy elements, strong male main character and mentor, great bosses. Oh, I would probably add to what we were talking about. Do you think that the left in America has any freaking idea what communism or radical Islam?
No.
They don't. They're so
No.
stupid. They believe all this crap and they support all of these people that are completely antithetical to what they think they believe.
Well, and here's the scary part. Here's what worries me is they
sorry.
know what all of this is about and they still support it
Oh,
anyway.
I don't know. I don't know.
That scares the
Like,
cra-
I think the proof of what Mike is saying, gays for Palestine.
Yeah.
Do
they're
they
so dumb.
understand the contradiction and oxymoron in that concept and idea?
No,
the
because
people we see
think
on the internet,
they think you're being a bigot if you think that radical Islam is against gays.
but I was I talking? I was
I
talking.
think radical Islam is
Alex-
love gays. They give them
Alexander
free
Cross for
skydiving
$5.
lessons.
Communism versus fascism is a distinction in search of a difference. Thank you. Oh my God, I love this man's. Assuming it's a man's, it's the internet. Who knows? The socialist nonsense led to the same place, regardless. I argue
there's
this
just
point
a
with
functional difference between the
There is a-
ownership of production and the control of production.
some
That's the
people
difference.
say that fascism and communism are on the opposite side of the political
Hell no.
scale, and I argue that any government that is in total control is on the same side of the scale, while anarchy or limited government is on the opposite side of the scale.
Right.
What you're looking at is
Totalitarianism,
authoritarianism versus
anarchy. That's the scale.
Yeah.
Right?
Kick them on $5. Clean your own room, as Jordan Peterson says. Before we critique the Chinese, we have some crap to clean internally. Look, I'm not saying I'm not saying everything's perfect here in the West. The communists are trying to subvert and overthrow things, and there's a lot. But the West is dying. Lead by example. You know, I wish.
But
Alex Cross, I is me. I is man.
I is man.
He's a man. He's a man. You know,
but we keep
Royce is
electing
now more
idiots.
interested.
We keep electing idiots.
No, we don't. Idiots keep stealing the election.
There's a point.
No, I would love to agree with you, but I have talked with too many people in the day-to-day who are oblivious to all of this stuff. And
Got to bring up the chart. Just that Royce up.
Hey, gentlemen, quick pop quiz.
Yeah,
Quick,
I can't bring up the chart of people that I talk to in real life. Like, there
That's
are
called
some mouth breathers
anecdotal
out there.
evidence.
Like,
That's called anecdotal evidence.
All right,
but
gentlemen,
when it
pop
keeps
quiz.
happening,
Oi,
how?
pop quiz, Royce. All right, pick the Western game versus the Eastern game.
Okay, the chick with the tattoo here. And then obviously the middle ones. The middle ones
The
are the
ugly
Eastern
stuff
games.
is the Western stuff. That looks really good is the Eastern stuff.
Yeah, it's
That chick's got some tig old bitties in the middle. Like that's obviously
So
an
that's
Eastern game.
that's Eastern, but with Western implants.
All the women that have the crimson chin are from the West.
Hey, we got a $50 super chat from Mike Merchant. Says, hey, Shad, just saw your video on weapons that dragon riders should use in preparation for the book I'm writing. The main character is an alchemist that equips his dragons to be medieval bomber with seat extra saddle seats for sharpshooters with rifles. Dude, sounds legendary. And thank
That's
you for
actually
the
cool.
super chat. That sounds very cool. Razor Burn for $2. Off topic. Best Mad Max film, you Aussies. Second one,
Road Warrior.
Road Warrior. Yeah, without any argument, I think there. Mike, you're wanting to share something?
I just want to point out to Royce that it's
Political and
literally
divisive?
a statistical impossibility that last election was a vote issue.
There are some.
Wait,
like,
do you think I disagree with you?
You just did.
How?
I think we have a miscommunication.
Wait. Did you think when I said elections, did you think I meant one election? You understand that there are thousands of elections that happen locally in
Thank you. Yeah. Okay.
like you get that, right? Like I'm
well,
not talking
generally
about
when
the
you're
one
talking about
presidential
election, we're talking about one
election that
particular
was
election. So
obviously
that's what
the
it is.
fairest
Okay,
and
Wesley, what are
freest
we gonna
of them
say?
all.
Both of you love each other. Hug and make up and kiss and make out. We know your boyfriend.
Whoa!
Fight,
Wait,
fight,
whoa!
fight, fight.
I almost
Shad,
got him. He
no,
said
Shad wants to
absolutely.
be in the
He
chair
said
in the corner. No,
absolutely.
fuck you.
Royce,
Fuck you.
Royce admits it. We got him.
Why do
Don't
you want
make
to be
up.
in the chair in the corner watching two dudes make out, Shad? That's weird.
No, I'm just trying to expose you.
Shad's not in the corner. Come on.
The boss said you's gotta sleep with this chick.
Hey, we got to switch out. What we have here is a failure to communicate.
Is it communicate the failure?
We're retards. What do you expect? Old time for $10. I am an American former military, and I feel so lucky to be born into such a country. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I am sad for what the younger generation is doing, but I'm very proud of all you shining a light on all this crap. Dude, we appreciate it, and that's what we do here. We stay on watch to call it out. And kick them on for $2. The last election was won illegally with iffy rules. There was so much dodgy crap. Look, they admitted it. They said, they the Fortify election.
Yeah, that was a New York Times article.
Yep,
yeah,
New York Times article.
Yep.
They admitted it.
No, I know.
Were doing
I know
that.
exactly what you're talking about. No, what I'm saying is we're not just talking about the presidential elections. We're talking about local and county
about stealing an
elections.
election,
Dude, I talk with my next door neighbors, and a lot of them are retards. I'm sorry. There are people. I'm sorry. I live in small town America.
Hang on, Royce. In a sentence, what's the point you're trying to make? Because you're getting in the weeds here.
Americans vote for retards constantly because Americans are retards, and I've talked with enough of them to know.
I think talk to too many leftists.
There we have
not
it.
even leftists. Dude, I live in small town America. And you know what? We still vote in Republicans. Dude, we still vote in Republicans that are like in the state of Iowa. One of our congressmen voted to make sure that we have a wider, Douglas Tingle. They voted to actually, what was it? It was the federal vaccine registry, to expand the federal vaccine registry. And you know what the funny thing is when you actually read that, they don't register vaccines, they register people. And we have two Republican congressmen here in Iowa that voted for that. You're telling me that those people are good? No, but they got voted in, and they're highly popular in the state that I live in. Outside of absolutely retarded people voting for them, why would people who are trying to register American citizens, whether they have or don't have the flu shot, why would you vote for them? It's because the general American populace is fucking retarded, and I won't back down on that stance. I'm sorry.
All right, there we go. That's the statement. Argue about it in chat. We appreciate you, Royce.
Sorry,
Buddy
Shad,
Rabbit.
I apologize.
No. Hey, you get to do that here.
Well, it's true that
Buddy Rabbit,
literally
$2?
50% of the population is below average intelligence.
That's true. We are pretty handicapped, Buddy Rabbit says. Sometimes I do get concerned about how informed the general voter is. Betty Adams overanalyzed for $2 to distract Royce. Try mentioning his goats. That's his. I do hear you. Like there's an anime you've been endorsing recently, Royce. Kick him on for $2. That's why I don't support democracy. Democracy is mob rule. And
Samson
by the way,
and Matilda are doing wonderful even in the heat. Those are the goats.
Xavier Hart for $10 says, "G'day lads, I'm getting back into my writing for my short stories and my Lego tabletop game rules. In terms of games, I still play Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, which is superior to Baldur's Gate 3. Deus Vault. Man, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 are legends. Buddy Rabbit for $10 says, to be clear, only about 30% of the population is politically activated, Royce. It's an uphill battle. They are so much they're as much normies as the audience that told you to shut up about Baldur's Gate 3. And Crimson Law for $5 says, yes, I'm retarded. Fear the power of my smooth brain. And that's the official. That's clearly what his name is pronounced accurately. 20-something. I miss matriculations. you can always find matriculations.
Dude,
You can
I
have
used to
matriculations
watch
in
your
art.
castle videos to hear you shout that.
What do you mean used to? What happened to you, Royce?
Well, I
Oh.
mean, I happened
Quick-
to me.
quickly,
Actually, the realistic thing, I started watching barbecue YouTube, and now I.
Royce, you have an easy out. Yeah, you could jump on the super chat.
Hold on
Yes,
for
I
$5. That is the government's plans. Keep them dumb and controlled. Oh fuck. That's not easy.
I think there's a point there.
I know. That's why my kids aren't in public schools.
Okay. Hey guys, so we've been talking about Black Myth Wukong.
Have we?
We had been.
When
But one
we
of the things
mentioned it. I'm sorry, Shad. I'm
like
so
the claim
sorry.
is like there's no women characters in Black Myth Wukong from a Screen Rant review. Here, these are the women characters, and also the models that they're based off of. Look
I
at
also
that.
noticed that they told us up and down that there were no women in Black Myth Wukong, that they had no diversity. But then I saw more gameplay and a little bit of the trailer. I was like, wait a minute, there's a lot of there's a lot of female characters in this game actually.
Look at
But
this.
let's be fair. Look at those 4 women.
Wait, go back
Those
to
4
that.
women are not diverse from each
Have
other.
you noticed that the jaw lines look like the women that they're based on? And every
Mike-
time they show a Western game, they're like, this is the woman it was based on. And they're like, yeah, but what happened to the face? These
Oh, do you
actually
have to
look
compare
like...
Bruce Campbell, like
That,
y'all have
that
like
girl
Bruce
in
Campbell
the Star Wars
chin.
game is actually really cute, and then like in the Star Wars game, she looks like a transvestite.
I'm just saying, dude, when a
ready?
woman has a
Just-
chin like Dolph Lundgren.
All
like,
right, ready? This
yeah,
is the
that
start. What is this? Do you want to see the lady she's based off of? Right here. It's like,
That's
what went
not
wrong?
even close.
That's not even like
She's got a
swing and a
double
miss.
chin.
she's. They gave
Why
her
do you
like
even
a
have
double
Double
chin.
cheek. What are you talking about?
She's what is going on here? My gosh! And so compare that right to what we were looking at before. Oh, actually, that's a different one. Where is it? The Wukong Black Myth Wukong images. All my tabs are getting mixed up. I'll find it.
Oh, you have
eventually.
tabs too. I also have
I-
tabs.
I have so many tabs.
I know. Don't you love them?
Oh, here it is. And so, like, it can be done. It's not hard to make a character look like the model, but they have something against
war on
feminine,
beauty.
traditional feminine beauty.
I mean, it's just like freaking what's her face? Who's the little Asian chick in Star Wars, and they made her look all frumpy.
Oh yeah. Kelly Marie Tran,
um,
is it?
Yeah.
They do it all the
I've heard
time.
she's
It's like-
adorable. I've heard then they made her look they dressed her up in a potato sack essentially.
Yeah. My goodness. I'm just gonna make sure we're up to date on the. We have another super chat from Buddy Rabbit for $2. That chick is gray. How is that not diverse?
See?
That's true.
Gray
Gray
chick
skin?
lives matter.
There we go. And old timer $5. That's the guy from Mask.
Oh, shit.
Is that the
Bad guy,
Oh,
the villain
no.
in the mask,
Yeah.
with the mask on.
Yeah. Oh.
This is because Star Wars is it Outlaw? That's released now. It's out,
Yeah.
and people have been sharing what a masterpiece this game is.
It's a piece of something.
It's a piece of something. I don't have audio at the moment, and so it's going to be a bit harder for me
You
to
should
share.
just be able to share it through StreamYard. Why is it not coming through StreamYard?
I don't know. It's weird when you host a stream, right? It's I like all right.
Send it
Share
to me.
screen,
Whatever audio you
present.
need shared. Whatever audio. and
Select window or screen,
Share
and I can't
screen.
like it's
No,
it's
don't
a
select
different-
window. Window
No,
won't allow you to share an
window
audio.
It's not
won't
giving
allow-
me any other option. It's
Brain
really
tab,
retarded.
window, entire screen.
Yeah, so
You
if
can't
you
hit
hit present,
entire
so you
screen?
you should be able to hit present, share screen,
Yeah.
and then it should just say Chrome tab, and then
Yeah,
also
No, it's
share.
not giving me that. Usually
Oh,
it
wow.
does when I'm not hosting, but for some reason today, like
Send
it's
it.
retarded.
Send it to me. I'll share it. What do you want to? What do you want to do? Send it.
All right,
send it
all
in the
right.
private chat.
I'm
Private.
gonna have to rely on Royce. Oh my gosh, what is the world coming to?
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I mean, look at him.
But I do have a lot of the links. So we're going to go through some of these links here on the release of. This one's an interesting one. Of what a masterpiece this new Star Wars game is. So start with the first one, Royce.
Yep.
And,
Just the video here. Is that what I'm
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
at?
yeah.
Okay.
Let's,
All right.
let's.
Oh God, what are you guys doing to me? I have avoided all of this.
All right, let's have a look at the quality here.
Yeah, he wouldn't, but
Ah, what's that?
you could.
But dear God. Oh my God.
Play it.
That
play
girl
it.
did
That
not
had-
need a prom dress. Daddy
How
did
weird
not
is
need
it
to waste the
animate?
money on that. Wow.
Yeah. All right,
On my
let's-
speeder?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
Wait, that's the
gosh,
voice
it's
acting?
2024. This looks like
That's
it
the-
came out in 1997.
That's the voice acting?
Yeah.
Of course. I've got every part you could want. I mean, mag fins, aftermarket sensors, booster coils.
How about a hydro repulsor?
All right, where's the money going from these games?
What's
Seriously.
going on with
This
the
is- this
facial
is a freaking
animations?
scam.
She looks like she's demonically possessed.
KOTOR 2 had better facial animations. It's literally the same thing, and they have a couple of parts that move.
This is
Oh my
horrible.
gosh.
Oh. No.
Look at that. Look at that facial animation.
This is giving me like
What
Mass Effect
facial
Andromeda
animation?
vibes.
Oh
Kick
my
a bun for
God.
$5. No contribution to society, no vote. No children, less voting power. No willingness to protect your country, no vote. No ID, no vote. Good points there. Like,
I agree.
what was
You
one
know,
of the
this kinda
proposals that
reminds
you
me
get
of-
an extra vote for every child you have?
This kind of
That's
reminds
fun.
me of. I like that idea, by the way,
Yeah,
because I'd have a lot of votes. Remember,
also have a lot of
remember
votes.
in I think it was in Rogue One, right? At the end, you had that Princess Leia, and it was like the worst part of the movie. It was like the Princess Leia face reconstruction thing, and it was like it looked
Oh, yeah, yeah,
super
yeah.
fake. And then the deepfake dudes came out and did it, and it
And
looked
did it
real.
better. Mhm.
Right. This is
Uh,
like Disney, like spending all of this money. And again, where's this freaking money going? This is a boondoggle. I know it. There's a scam involved here. The
How
money's
big was
going
the studio?
places it's not
Wait, no,
supposed
no. How big was the studio? Can you look that up? What's
All right,
the
before we
purpose-
look
to. I
that
don't
up,
know, but dude,
Oh.
this is Disney. Don't they like work with ILM? ILM, I know, has really good people.
Hey, old timer $5. The one where Cher is in that Mask movie.
Oh shit.
I think I remember.
Yeah, this
Walla
is all
Yamuni
these inventors, man.
Wada says, win a war against emus, then you can mispronounce my name. Sure thing, Walla Yahama. Anytime. We appreciate you there, man. Thank you for the super chat. And Buddy Rabbit for look, I've even been mispronouncing Ruby Rabbit's name. So it's like Rocky the Buffalo Bill, but Bill had a butt baby. Oof. Oof. Alexander Cross $5. You take that back. Looks like it came out in 1997 is an insult to 1997 and the
Shad,
90s in general.
I'm gonna need you to stop acting like you're drunk. I'm the drunk one. Okay.
I'm tired,
Me.
Royce. This is what happens when I'm tired.
I
All
know,
right, let's
I
get back to the video.
Admittedly, I
Ubisoft-
was that way last week, and you asked me if I was drunk. So
Yeah, you really did seem drunk.
So
Kick
Ubisoft
him
made
on.
this.
tired.
Ubisoft
song
made this.
play
Ubisoft. Okay, go ahead.
Just
Kick 'em
the
on
super chat.
song palette.
Maybe.
after this. Maybe.
Maybe kick him on.
I want to point out, saying Ubisoft made this. Ubisoft makes Assassin's Creed.
Which hasn't been good since like the fourth one.
No, but the animation is right.
They're
or is it- I
somewhat
haven't even
regressing
looked at the new one.
actually.
But they can do good work.
Buddy
and
Rabbit
it's like,
for
How much money do
$2.
they have? This is a freaking Disney product. They should have all the money in the world to make this look
Yeah,
top.
it's
not
inexcusably bad.
About
Fabber.
It's a scam.
Royce, you do the
Disney
super chat.
Buddy Rabbit for $2. Seriously, put a red bandana on her. She's Stallone. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wow. That is
All right.
absolutely Stallone from the second Rambo. Look at that. Look at those wide eyes. Look at this. It's just slow motion facial. Oh my god, it gets worse. Just as
Man. Oh, wow.
So bad.
Hey,
look at that clipping.
Royce,
What the heck is
What?
happening?
jump to the last link I sent you because
Jump to the
just-
last link.
the last link because also clearly They had a huge budget. Senior Don Jessica, $5. Okay, I admit it. Disney's been funneling all the money to me, but I am willing to give some of it back if you pronounce my name correctly. Senior Don Justicia? Is that better?
Don Justicia.
Emissary Alala, $5. Beautiful, huge tracts of land. Beautiful, huge tracts of land. Aha, I see what you did there. Have a look at this wonder right here, Joe.
Okay. I'm sorry. There are that.
What are they
yes,
doing?
funny. However, there are games that come out with coding errors like that.
No, there shouldn't be. We should not accept this as a norm.
I agree, but
This
what
is
I'm saying is
inexcusable.
this
Gravity of her chin is just weighing her down.
This is an unacceptable coding error that should not be accepted in the gaming industry, not necessarily because remember what Cyberpunk 2077 was.
You know,
I mean,
it's entirely
And
possible
now
she's just
apparently it's
wearing
good, but when it
Heelys.
released, it was dog shit.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
were making fun of that too. So I mean, we can't just not make fun of this.
Yeah, no. I mean, I didn't really make fun of that one because I wasn't making fun of that one at the time. But yeah, that's really that is a bad coding error. Look at that. Look how far she travels. Just
Yeah. Alexander
Just
Cross for $2. So it's Ubisoft's Bethesda branch. Like, it seems like that these days. Senior Don Justicia,
sense. It's
close,
fucking
but not
Bethesda.
close enough. Get Metatron to help you. Until then,
Yeah, I've seen
all
I've seen
the
a few
waste
videos.
of money is mine. Okay, I'll get there,
Sorry.
Senior Don Justicia.
I've seen a few videos where like she goes up to like choke somebody from behind and like same thing, just like swipes halfway across the map. Like when she
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
but also
so-
the videos are awful. If you see it where she slaps like a
35,
stormtrooper on the back of the head who's wearing a helmet, but that suddenly knocks him out.
Oh, yeah.
this game
I saw that gameplay too.
trash.
all right. So we start at 537 feet. And until the animation actually changes, we go all the way to 569, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, and
She
this is the
doesn't change it. No, wait. Still
No, she's
going,
going
still
up and around.
going.
Up and around.
And that's when the animation changes. 584 feet, which there is no way that is. Wow, that is not actually accurate.
Only
at
50
all.
feet, Royce. Relax.
Senior
at
Don
that.
Justicia for $2. T-pose for dominance. Look, this is terrible. And what's frustrating, they could have made a really cool, interesting game. And guess what? A lot of guys would have been really interested in it if they just
But they
made
don't.
her sexy. They just made her good looking. And some outfits that make her a
I've
bit.
seen from the gameplay, she wanders around
Looks
just
better.
hitting, like he was saying, hitting a stormtrooper like with a helmet and just knocking him out in one blow. It's the
I mean,
dumbest.
I think at this point,
Is she like superpowered or something?
her doing
Yeah.
like Trek Fu would make more sense. Like a little cry chop here and there, just doing like
Right.
a little
Or a
Vulcan
little
nerf pinch.
Spock, you know? Yeah.
That would make more sense almost.
Buddy Rat for $2. It's John Spartan with Commission's Chin's Jaw. With Crimson Chin's Jaw. There you go.
Crimson.
You know who the
Chin.
Crimson Chin is?
I don't.
He's from
But
Fairly
I
Odd
probably-
Parents.
Was the
The
Crimson
Crimson Chin was the
Crimson
superhero in Fairly Odd
Fairly Odd
Parents.
Parents.
Okay. Never watched it.
The very
I was
base.
into
Or
That
real
was right
parents.
in the middle of
Ah.
my childhood. Yeah.
Melanie Max says Star Wars Outlaws really could have looked so much better. Ugly character designs is a choice. This is true. And they're showing some AI art. This is where AI art, it's a threat to the world, but also it might save the world.
Okay,
'Cause
so wait,
look
go
at
back to that. Go back to that one. Go back.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously, I actually knew a woman who had incredibly similar facial features to this. Now she was in her 40s, obviously we know that, but this could easily be that last picture could easily be a woman in her 40s.
Yeah, but
Like,
the thing is,
with
this is
the fa-
supposed to
but
be
the-
With the horrible
escapist
wig.
media
But I-
that where
but
it's
I
an
understand, but-
ideal. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that is not necessarily not realistic, but just not
We're not
realistic for
going
the
for
story
realistic.
that
They're
they're
flying
telling.
around shooting laser guns,
Yeah.
dude.
We're going for
Realistic
escapist.
is not part of the option.
People like to look at beautiful people, and so we don't want to watch, middle-aged, average-looking people. We see that in the real world every time. I don't want to see.
But if I say that I don't want to see a 60-year-old Hugh Jackman trying to play a role that he's been playing for 25 years, I get yelled at.
Yes, because you deserve to be yelled at.
Like, I don't like old people trying to play young people, and I saw a lot of that shit in the screenshots from Deadpool.
Old
3.
people trying to play young people.
She's not
Look
supposed
at
to be like
Borderlands.
40 or 50 years old. She's supposed to be like 16 or something. I don't know, 20
I
something.
think Hugh Jackman is my age. He's not.
So the fact that they made the character who's supposed to be like 20 something look 45.
No, and I agree. I agree. No, it's ridiculous. Like I don't.
Men
disagree.
can look better for longer in older age. It's just kind of an understood thing.
1968.
Alexander
Alright,
Cross
so
$2
he's 3
says
years
game
older than
concept solid
Holy
gold. They had
Fuck,
to
he's
try.
4 years younger than my
to blow
dad.
it.
He's 3 years older than me.
He's 4 years younger than my
I
dad.
turned 53 yesterday. Happy birthday.
And he looks great for his age. Men can pull that off. Okay.
Yeah,
It's
with
just-
steroids.
Well, that's true. He does cheat a bit with that.
There's no way. I'm sorry. There's no way. And here's the thing. I love Hugh Jackman. I think the guy is an absolute
He
sweetheart.
seems decent.
He does seem decent, but he is absolutely not natural. Well, I heard a rumor that he actually was dealing with a mild form of cancer, and that was why he couldn't bulk up. I heard that
Really?
rumor. Does anybody know if that's true?
I don't know that
No
one.
idea.
I heard
Hey, Royce.
something about.
Movie.
I don't know.
Can you find the Kikaman song? Because the guy did donate $300. That's pretty epic. So we might not
definitely
share
can.
the
I
whole.
find it.
Might
I
not share the
shared
whole
it.
thing.
Do you want the metal cover or the original one? Because I put
The
both of them in
original.
private.
We might not listen to the whole thing, but you deserve an honorary mention there, Kikaman. Le Chevalier Le Main for $2 says Han would definitely have shot first. Well, shot her first at a confrontation. You know what they could do to solve this? Just give a good character creator. Let people make their own characters, make them as beautiful or whatever they look like. And even if it's with an archetypal kind of pre-written character, if you could just give options to pick how they look, even with like a preset personality, that would solve a lot of these issues.
Yeah, if you want to look like an Uggo, go ahead.
Go ahead. It gives people the freedom, and then other
Dude, there
people
were
who
people
can.
that
Concord,
did
you
that
have
for
all
fun
kinds of
back in the
choices
day.
for that.
How many people? I played Tony Hawk Pro Skater back in the day, and I was like, I want to make the fattest lard ass that I can ride a skateboard because it's funny.
Yeah.
And I did. And I beat the game with that guy. God, I was slow.
All right, we're going to be wrapping up, gentlemen. We are coming to the 2-hour mark, and so let's listen to Kikaman. Kikaman donated $300. Dude, that is amazing. So, in thanks to you, we will share some of this. I'm not saying we could do all. It is a lot of internet to absorb, but go, Royce.
All right. Oh, God. Oh, God. Just give it a minute.
We'll give this-
Kikoman is tired of Japan. Can't hear it.
大豆の星からやってきた正義の使者だキッコーマン醤油をたちまちかけたなら食べ物食うとうまくなる外食なんてぶっ飛ばせ喫茶
Did it? Oh, that's a lot of internet, Kikaman. That's a lot of. But the thing is, what I will say is that Kikaman soy sauce is great. Like his mission to redeem the kind of phrase of "you're a soy boy" is like I get where he's coming from. I get where he's coming from.
So hold on a second.
It is classic.
So here's the thing, Shad, if I may.
Go
The
ahead.
person that he is trying to advertise right now is actually a part of the community. He is an indie guy doing music. So you heard that little bit right there. Can we just play just a little bit from the
Okay.
recreation cover that Evely Music did? He's a fantastic. No, stop. Because, and Kikoman, I actually saw that. He was like, no, promote Evely, please. His metal cover was baller. All right, just a few seconds.
Are you ready? You're
Oh,
ready
wait,
to-
no, I'm already playing. There we go. Okay, and whenever you're
We're
ready
up.
to share it.
It's there. Headbanging material. All right. This is winning me over. It's got the metal going. All right, there we go. That's
Pretty good, right?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. There we go.
Great intro video.
That's
Sorry,
got,
it's still playing in my ears.
No, that drumming when that kicks in, all right?
Dude, that's the
That
power
pops.
of indie.
There you go.
Like,
All right.
I love
Gentlemen.
that Kikomon was like, no, shout out Evely Music, who was my co-host actually on our Friday night interview
Hey.
show.
Hey.
So,
Gentlemen, we are wrapping up. Tell us where you're from. Lit Dev, what you doing? What you up to? Where you from?
Oh, just usually on YouTube still. Have a morning show every weekday. Morning nonsense. Go over the daily nonsense. Go over some stuff that's going to be pretty fun. Pretty things, fun stuff that's fun to laugh at, fun to cringe at, all that good stuff. And also doing videos as usual on Literature Devil on YouTube. Good stuff. Fun stuff.
And he might be joining me on the live stream reviews of Rings of Power if he has the time. That would be
Yeah. That'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah. Oh man, Rings of Power. Gosh. Oh,
Need companions to go to that particular ring of hell.
yeah, right. We do. You
Rings
need. You
of
really
Hell.
do. Alexander Cross for $2. It's like Nano War of Steel, but more Japanese. Now, let us know. I want to know from the community, so you can share in comments a bit later, how they prefer the flow of the live streams to go. If they want us to save super chats to the end or get them done as they go. I know it interrupts the flow, but at the same time, it allows people to be part of the conversation as it's happening. Because sometimes when you save it to the end, the super chat kind of loses context to what you were talking about. So I want to
Perhaps you
do
can allow people to finish their thought before they
I
read.
did,
Maybe,
I did
but
a vote
Roy-
on that.
Royce just keeps
Yeah, that
talking.
doesn't work
and
with Royce.
talking And talking and talking, and I'm waiting for him to finish up to get to the super chat. And by the time he finishes, we're 5 minutes past the relevant
That's
point.
Accurate.
What can we do? And I know I do that too, and we all do it in part.
It's true.
And so
It's true. Strafe.
it's
I've done a poll on that on my channel, exactly what you just asked, Shad,
Yeah.
and it was like 50-50. People were like, yeah, no, get them done. And other people were like, no, wait till the end. And I was like, that you're not helpful. You're like, I don't know.
Senior Don Justice here for $2. There is a tempest in me, and this is what I mean. That super chat is relevant to the
Oh
Rings of
my
Power topic that we just have right now. Oh, holy crap. Thanks for reminding us of that cringe. But it was very relevant to the topic. And so it's good that that super chat gets read out while we're. And so that's why I kind of do it. It requires some interrupting. We should just expect that with Royce. He deserves it. So well, let us know in the comments, though. I'm interested. And Royce, what you doing? Where you from?
Hey guys, I am Drink with Crazy on YouTube, and lately I have been doing reviews of anime that I missed over the years because I had kids. But yeah, people recommend anime to me every week of stuff that is some of it's been okay, some of it's been really good, and I give my thoughts, and sometimes I point out the things that I really don't like. But ultimately, I miss having conversations about stuff that was enjoyable and not just conversations about stuff that was just really cringe. So that's why I'm talking about anime, because and whether you agree with my takes or disagree with my takes, we can have a conversation about it and have fun, because usually it's stuff we enjoy. So check out A Drink with Crazy over on YouTube. It's awesome. Thank you guys. And thank you, Shad.
And, you know, I get what you're saying, Seth, but sometimes Royce just keeps talking and
Dude, you have no
I-
idea.
We love you, Royce. Mike, you have something to share?
I do. Royce, could you straighten that sword before next week, please?
No.
All right.
No.
Oh, by the way, I should announce, sorry to cut you off there, Mike, but for the foreseeable future, we will be doing the live streams on this day because of Rings of Power. And who knows, that might just become the regular day, because a lot of releases happen on the Thursday, which conflicts with the stream. Because if a release happens on Thursday, a lot of films release that day. I need to go watch it, review it, and that's like my whole day to
Because
get
he's
it
in
all done.
Australia.
So
But,
we might be switching
like-
it to this day, which Royce would like in particular. You can join us for.
I
Yeah,
mean,
what's
if you'll
really good?
have me back, yeah, but the way you've been talking tonight, like this is, guys, this has been my last time on Shad's channel. I love you all. It's,
Every
I
show
hope
needs
you
a
enjoy
whipping
my
boy, Royce.
replacement.
Every show needs a whipping boy.
Kikomon for $2. Tokyo Revengers for the win.
No, it's not for the win, Kikomon.
I
Right,
mean,
Roy?
we do know that Royce loves it, clear, and so he is passionate about that.
Dude,
He's-
that show, the manga was.
Thanks,
bad.
Royce. That's really good to hear. So, Mike, you have something to share.
Yeah, some of you, if you're longtime Game of Thrones, Song of Ice and Fire fans, might recognize this piece. This is the only, I believe, ever officially licensed lithograph from George. It is called And Rhaegar Died. It is obviously Robert and Rhaegar on the Trident. It's been around, like Gary said, that he had this on his computer as wallpaper for years, right? So it's like one of the most famous images of a Game of Thrones prior to it becoming an HBO show. I did the lithograph. I've had them this whole time, but I just haven't really been selling them. But they're on my website, mikesmillerart.com. If you want to get one, they're signed, limited, numbered, certificate of authenticity, all that good stuff. And
collector's item with Night of the Seven Kingdoms coming out, that might get some interest. But also, I think they're going to be doing a Robert's Rebellion series at one point, which would have this scene in it, right?
It would.
Yeah,
it would. Yeah.
So, collector's item, everyone.
So good. They're almost as good as Tokyo Revengers.
Yeah, almost as good. Because we know how much Royce loves that. See you, Justica, for $2.
You guys are turning this into the new Korra.
After. I hear you're a massive fan of Korra. Betty Adams over analyzed for $2. Shad, please dust the giant D20 and other props. Yeah, I should. My dragon back there, he's getting dusty.
Oh my God!
I bought that years ago. I bought that years ago.
Also, Blacklist Universe, if you want to subscribe, Royce, can you Royce?
What?
Can I promote my channel?
Maybe.
For a second?
No.
About shot backs and air compressors.
Let's say.
Is it okay, Royce? Do we have your permission to speak?
No.
I don't know. Get back to you with like a messenger pigeon, and gonna be
it's gonna be a while. I'll have my people call your people, and if you don't have people, they ain't gonna call you.
So my channel, Blacklist Universe, I've been doing daily videos, and also once a week on Wednesdays we do a professional drawing stream called Drawn and Quartered. It's a lot of fun. Please do join us over there.
Yeah, and Mike, been loving your videos, man.
Thank you.
Been covering the culture war stuff. Seth Whitbeck, $2. Wait,
can you say that again?
Whitbeck. What's that Family Guy thing? It's like where he pronounces something weird and it's like
I don't know if you're allowed to say that on YouTube.
I don't know. It's a bit weird. Hey! This dragon right here, I bought him years ago when I was a teenager, and I kept it in my bedroom for all those years because how awesome he is, and I still have him. I never dusted him, and I think that's character. It's like this, wise ancient dragon, and I like him so much that he has more prominence than my million play button award thing that's actually behind him. Because screw YouTube.
What is really cool?
Yeah, I love it. I think he's been my dragon for years, man.
Also, Shadow the Conqueror too.
Oh hell yeah!
All right.
Shadow the Conqueror 2, Electric Boogaloo.
I got him in like some secondhand store or something years ago. I don't remember where I got him. Kick him up for $2. Royce is too busy watching Takeuchi on the side. Takeuchi.
I have no
I
idea.
hear he loves Korra. Like he wants to go out with her. He's obsessed.
I heard from a very reliable source that Tokyo Revengers is actually better than Korra.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
The source was me.
no. The source was me.
All right. Hey,
Steven Seagal things.
Although, Shad, thank you for recommending Spy Family. It is refreshing. I don't know if it's my cup of tea 100%, but it is refreshing to I'll be doing a review on that probably
not enough things
week.
blow up for Royce.
Not enough. Not enough, but the family dynamic, damn it.
it's so wholesome, man.
It's so good. It really is. I'm like, I just need, if it had like 4 more explosions, it would be great.
My kids are hooked. Like it's actually
Dude.
crazy how hooked they are. Like My daughter in particular, right? She is laughing her head off and she's commenting. It's like, what's going to happen? She's going to do this. And, I can't believe how much they're into it.
It'll be in my review, my full thoughts on it. But I think they're not playing into enough of like the will they, won't they thing. It's like they're really, which is really weird that I'm looking for that, but like I expect it and they're not doing anyway. But dude, Shad, thank you for recommending it. It's awesome.
You're welcome, because we need to wrap up the stream, Royce.
That's your job, not mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to stop talking for him to do it.
No, I don't. He could literally hit end, and then it just stops. It's a button.
Do you have anything else that you want to say, Royce?
Everybody, make sure to check out Shadiversity and Night's Watch every single time they upload. Ring that notification bell, and make sure you don't miss another upload from the Night's Watch channel, so that way you can stay informed. Stay on watch.
You get to go there for that. Look at that. There he goes.
Hey.
See you to Jessica for $2. Replace the dragon with Halbrand's wig. No, I don't want to. All right, everyone. We are bouncing. We're done. Thank you. This has been a wild, fun stream. So cool.
Real quick. Lit Dev, do you have kids?
No.
No. Okay. That's all right. Between the three of us, we have enough for you too.
All right, everyone. We are wrapping up. We are bouncing out. Love you all. See you next time. And as always, stay on.